Okay. BF. Oh, there you go.
City of champions, too many hate but can't claim it. Dallas Cowboys, the Maverick Stars, and the Rangers. Come on down to D-Time, you know what make you famous. To walk around, rowdy and proud, how could you blame us? So take a time out with Jeff now for your breaking news. Like, subscribe, and comment like you know what to do. New free agents, newest trades, all the sports exclusives. Even if you need a smile, Jeff gon' act a fool. Just sit tight and listen close for your favorite team. Never know what deal just might pop across your screen. Or new injuries or who just might be out for weeks. Sports predictions, stats on your fantasy. So get your ticket out and double check all your numbers. There's a chance you could've hit the spread over and under. I'm finna be ballin' for the summer with no drama. Jeff, tell him where you coming from.
Man, happy snow day, happy wintry mix to you fellas, man. It's it's cold outside, but it's warm in these indoors. Man, it's episode 11 of us going live, man. Hey, how y'all feeling?
Great.
Pretty good.
Great.
Good.
Real good.
Real good.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Guess where it's real warm at?
Glendale.
In Arizona.
Yeah, it's real warm in Arizona.
It's real warm in Arizona, baby.
Hey, say you deserve. You know what? Out of all the fans across the world, across the nation, you know, I don't get too worked up over Eagles fans, and not even really Steelers fans. I think more so, you know, like I said, I was 49er fans. You know, it seemed like they come out like roaches. You look on social media, you look at even in my job. I'm like, how are all these people 49er fans all of a sudden? Don't hear nothing about the 49ers. So I could deal with you said with your Eagles. Look like you got quite a few paraphernalia. You might be in competition with me with paraphernalia.
AJ Brown, man, we're gonna rock AJ tonight. Cunningham last week, AJ tonight.
But hey, that's good. Congratulations. Hopefully, you know, you'll feel good in a couple of weeks. You know, but hey, y'all made it to the big dance. There are no second places, not in football. Nope. Only in the world of track and field. But with that being said, man, let's just jump off, and I already know probably how Sid feel. See if everybody else feel this way. We talked about in the pregame with these quarterbacks. They need to carry more than two quarterbacks on the roster. So with that being said, did the Eagles simply dominate the 49ers, or did the quarterback situation have anything to do with it?
I mean, you got to remember the reason Brock got hurt was because of the Eagles. It wasn't like he just, you know, went out there and just got hurt. He got his butt rocked.
Well, you know, for his domination part, the defense was still on the field. They had all 11. We ran the ball down their throats. We stayed with the run and ran the ball down their throats the whole game. So we proved to be the most physical team. I know they talked about, you know, they are physical, but Eagles physical too. So they had, you know, they ran the ball. They stuck with the run. I think they ran it about 30-some times. And they ran it down their throats.
Right. So that everybody feeling. I mean, I you know, it's just a question to throw out there. You know, everybody got their own take on how the game went. But yeah, you're right. You know, Brock Purdy was in the game. He got knocked out the game. And the Eagles did dominate. You know, they ran the ball. I think with all their touchdowns, did all their touchdowns come on rushing?
Yeah, all 4.
Yeah.
Hey, if Purdy would have played, we still would have beat them. But guess what? We probably had about 7 sacks. Cause they showed right from the jump. They couldn't block. They couldn't block them.
Nope.
Well, if
They
you want to
could
give
not
up a sack, put a tight end to block a D end, dog.
A second string tight
that's
end.
just crazy, dog. Double
That
team.
is dumb.
The dude was second in sacks in the league, and you put a tight end on him. That's like putting a tight end on TJ Watt, dog.
Hey Billy, but you know, a lot of the people saw Riddick because he was, you know, he got those 2 sacks, right? But your ex player was in the backfield all day. Hargrave stayed in the backfield the whole day. So they couldn't block them. They could not block him. Sue coming off the bench, he put the other boy out.
Sure did.
So they couldn't block him. Yeah, so I don't think you would, you know, it would have probably been a couple of picks,
right?
A couple of more sacks. So I don't think it would have been any different. Maybe maybe 10, 14 points.
Outcome probably would have been the same, but I think it would probably have been a closer game.
Instead of 31-7, it been 31-14, maybe. I give
or maybe even 27-20.
No.
Because they couldn't move the ball. They couldn't move the ball. Because when you look at y'all time of possession, I mean, it's just out of whack. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
If they would have had more possessions, y'all would have had less possessions.
Well, I think it would have been a chance for more turnovers, too, if Purdy would have played. So I still think it would have been the same. Because, you know, like I said, I told Chris before, I said, because of I was telling my son this, because of the way they throw the ball, he take a lot of 7-step drops, right? Purdy do. They don't run a lot of quick game, a whole lot. It's 7-step drops, so they just get that defensive line that much more time to get to the passer. So, man, they couldn't block them. I mean, it was obvious from the beginning.
Yeah, but you know, Josh, who was that? Josh Johnson that went in the second string, or he was out there running like Cat Williams running from Damon, man.
He was in a bad position.
Purdy, the offense would have been able to stay intact a little bit. They wouldn't, like I said, Eagles still would have won, but they probably would have put up at least 17 points, you know, with Purdy, because he's been running the offense for about 6 weeks or so now. So y'all still would have been able to get some things like y'all would get early in the game, but he would have been able to score a lot more points because, like I said, man, that man second string ran for his life. They play when who was that? Number 7, Reddick just took the ball out of his hand when he sacked him. They just rolled over with the. I mean, he didn't have a clue.
I mean, to his defense, I know he didn't practice none that week.
He didn't take a snap, bro.
He didn't get no practice snap. Probably hadn't got none the whole year, really. You know.
Bro, he came from the practice squad.
Yeah, so he won't get no time. He won't get no practice time.
Man, bro, he wasn't even on the scout team, dog. I mean, the dude was a 4th string, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Francisco's already on their 3rd string.
Right.
With Purdy.
It's like I said last week. I told y'all I didn't care who the quarterback was. I said last week that game was gonna be a blowout.
Yeah.
When your front 4 is that dominant, really the front 7 is that dominant. It is. We're literally looking at the Giants when they won their Super Bowl with like Strahan and them.
Right.
Like you can't block them guys. Yeah, man. And I don't care if they had Jimmy in there or Trey Lance. If they don't have time, it don't matter. And there was no time for anybody to do nothing. Now, was it done for? I think it was really bad coaching that you got your second string tight end trying to block one of the best D ends in the game. That's just bad coaching. But It didn't matter who the quarterback was. If he did that with anybody back there, they're gonna get they head rocked. And then it was they was out there rocking them boys' heads. And then when you able to just run it down their throats like that, like they really got punked on two ends of the ball. It just was that was just lopsided.
I think when Brock Purdy went out the game, I think that defense just got deflated, man. So
I was gonna say, everybody talking about they putting in a second string tight end. I think that was the only option they had because you need to use the other tight end to catch.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they ran out of it. They don't have a fullback in the game no more. So
well, they have one. They got Juszczyk. They got a fullback. But see, that's the problem that front give you. Who you gonna double team? A lot of people say, well, you got him up against a second string tight end. But it was a play action. They was hoping that he bit out the play action and went down the line, right? So that was they was hoping, but he didn't do it. But you got to pick and choose who you gonna double. So if you double him, you got Josh Sweat on the other side. You got Fletcher in the middle. So that you got 7 guys. So you take your choice. Who you gonna double? Somebody else. He was gonna get hit from the other way. Probably if they would double him. If they would slid the protection to the right, the left end would have got him. The right end would have got him. So
now, just a quick question, man. Just since we talk about their quarterback situation, how it affected the game. Do you foresee a lot of teams trying to go that Taysom Hill route to where you got 2 quarterbacks healthy, but then you got a third quarterback in Taysom Hill who plays another position, but he also can play quarterback too. So you're not using your game day roster on 3 quarterbacks per se.
Man, I hope they just change the rules for the active people who can be active. That's what I hope they do. Activate all 53, or at least say, hey, 3 quarterbacks, at least 3 quarterbacks. Then you still have your other people active, because you can't go into a game with who want to play a whole game with your emergency quarterback. I mean, that would be Taysom Hill, right? He still would be the emergency quarterback. So it's no different than McCaffrey. Him, really not.
But I mean, like what I'm saying is Taysom Hill actually played quarterback though. I mean,
well, McCaffrey threw that ball. Oh my God!
You saw that?
I thought that was a punt.
I'm like, where he throwing?
That was bad.
Yeah.
Man, I said, oh man, like, where he throw it?
I think that what Kenny said about coaching. Man, the one thing that can slow down, not negate, but slow down the pass rush, dog, is your swing throws, your screens. And then a hurry up offense to where they cannot substitute, dog. He didn't do none of that, bro.
Yeah, they can run hurry up. Yeah, so they can't substitute.
Right. In swing passes and screens and have them guys running, dog.
Right.
So they can fake an injury to stop the clock. He didn't do any of that, man.
Hey, speaking of faking injury, but not fake no injury after what happened early in the season with that. You get fined for that.
Yeah. Hey, the way I saw the game, I believe that when Philly went up, I believe 14-7. After then Purdy gets hurt, they go up 14-7, and when they fumble, I think that just say, you know what, this ain't our day.
Yeah.
Then if you notice, guys, they got so many penalties on 3rd down. They must have, I think they gave 7 first downs by penalty. That's gonna deflate. I don't care how good your defense is. Now I knew Philadelphia would win the game, but I didn't think it would get like that until Purdy went out. You could just see the wind go out of their sails. So Philadelphia had the deeper team. I think I had brought up last week how they didn't have defensive line depth with the 49ers. I had mentioned that last week. So you got a team that's giving up first downs by penalty. Your quarterback is out. They can't convert third downs. That's a recipe for disaster. So I think that's what really got them. Plus, the Eagles are good. I mean, but you're not going to beat a good team at home and you're underhanded down to your fourth string. They might have well had me out there quarterbacking. For real. But and as for the quarterback thing, I don't know why the NFL doesn't have these guys. That's silly to me. Why can't you let all of them play? So hopefully they'll change these rules, man, whenever they meet with the competition committee.
Yeah.
Because usually they'll react to something when it happens in a playoff game, like the overtime rule. So hopefully they'll go and review that.
They changed the rule for the practice squad. You remember, when's the last time you seen a veteran with so many years of experience under his belt get signed to the practice squad, and you got 3 call-ups before you have to stay on that active roster. So they changed that aspect too with the practice squad, and I think how many people they carry on there, because I think it's up to 12. The number of practice squad players you can carry. So actually, I think the roster, if I'm not mistaken, is instead of 53, it's 55. I think.
Well, yeah, there are a lot of 2 veterans that you can when COVID hit.
Yeah.
When COVID hit, there are a lot of you can have 2 veterans on your practice squad, but that just being on the practice squad not helping the active roster. Them guys need to be active.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. If they change those rules for that reason, then you can't change rules, and I think it'll be coming.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's gonna happen this year.
Yeah, and speaking of 49ers, man, they lasted 1 week too long, basically. You know how you last 1 week too long, because you look at it. I mean, they going back, like look at this, how this week went. They just lasted 1 week too long because some things got exposed the week before, and then Philadelphia, like you said, with that defense a lot better. They just really took advantage of it, and they did what they should have did, ran the ball down their throat, and they stayed.
It's a game of attrition, man. It's a game of attrition. You got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Y'all remember the Chiefs, 2 years ago? They came in rolling, but then they had a couple of linemen get hurt, and they looked awful in the Super Bowl. So, this is sometimes it's the healthiest team that wins too.
Right.
So,
I just looked up about the active roster, right? They said because which we probably already knew this, it's about money. Because them guys get bonus money for being on a roster, active roster. So that's why everybody not active.
Right.
And that's so much baloney, man.
Right. It is.
Because they billionaires, man. They make it, man. The football is just a media machine, doc. They making money, advertising machine, doc.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, in the salary cap going up next year too, so to 224 million. So I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, man. That bonus money shouldn't even count against the cap. I mean, we want to see the healthiest teams in the playoffs. Not only the playoffs, all season, but especially the playoffs. Let these guys. I never have understood that, but
and speaking of salary, every player's salary. It don't matter what your contract say. Every player get the same salary in the playoffs. They get the same playoff check. So the punter go get the same 41,000 that you know what I mean? So it don't matter what your status on the team is. Everybody getting the same playoff check.
Right.
So if you can't do it for the regular season, at least do it for the playoffs.
Right.
At least do it for the playoffs.
Yep. I think it'll get changed next year.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Shoot. Speaking of the Chiefs, and we all know how that game ended. Do you think the Chiefs win off a long field goal, which would have been 55 yards, without that penalty being called that gave them a 40-yard field goal? Or does the game go into overtime?
I think it would have went into overtime, but thanks to a bonehead play, we'll never know.
Man.
Well, how many seconds did he have after that play?
It was
4 seconds.
It was 4 seconds.
It was 8 seconds.
8 seconds.
Oh,
And
8.
he had, what was it, about a 50-yard field goal?
It was gonna be 55.
42.
It was a 40-yarder that he made, but after the personal foul, that was 15 yards. So that's you looking at a 55 yard.
I think he would have made it.
Yeah, I think he would have made it because he was drilling those field goals and then extra punts, man, right down the pipe.
Yeah, I think he would have made it. They wasn't gonna lose to them this time. Yeah, they weren't gonna beat them this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the officiating was horrible. I mean, I get the Bengals beat themselves, but man, that was a hard one to watch too. I'm like, what is going on out here today? Like,
But
these refs gotta
that
do better.
that offensive line finally caught up with Cincinnati.
That too, yeah. Yep.
They say he's been sacked 92 times in 2 years. Yeah, that's a lot. That's 92 times. They gotta do something about that. Man, that's a lot of sacks.
Sure is.
Good gracious.
Yeah, it's a lot of sacks. A lot of sacks.
Yeah.
But I
So
mean,
maybe they'll stock up on offensive linemen this year.
Again.
Yeah, they got 3 linemen in the offseason. They got Lyle Collins.
Yeah, I know. But they got hurt, right? Did Collins get hurt?
Yeah.
In game 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another case where it's just too bad, but they guys got hurt when they really, really need them because didn't 2 get hurt against the Ravens the week before?
Yeah.
Yeah. You usually carry 7 offensive linemen on your game day roster. So, I mean, most teams go heavy on offensive line and D line.
Say, man, everybody just needs to get like the Eagles, man. Just be able to take all your starters out in the fourth quarter. Like we do.
Man,
We done done it like 7 times this year.
Don't blow too much. Y'all were 4-11 2 years ago. So, I mean, come on now.
Look, we talking about this year.
I'm just
y'all been 7-9 for 5 out of the last 10 years. 8-8. What?
Now we've been over. Even now.
Hey man,
take them out of the like we do, man.
Hey man, I think the last time the Cowboys was in the NFC Championship game, I just got my learner's permit.
No, you didn't.
Jalen Hurts wasn't even in school yet. Last time y'all made it to the Super Bowl.
See, you'll get bombed off of what's that? Showtime at the Apollo. Cause see, I know you're older than 4 brothers, Coach Kendon and Jonathan myself. So the last time we was there, we was in high school. So see,
I watched that game on VHS.
Hey, Chris, you
That
can't
boy
even find
said
it on
VHS.
HD, dog.
Hey, and the crazy
Oh,
part, they
man.
played my Steelers the last time they went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Sure did.
yeah.
Wasn't that Mike Tomczak was a quarterback or something?
No, that was Neil O'Donnell.
Neil O'Donnell. That's who it was. That's how long ago it was.
The
God,
MVP for the
man.
Cowboys.
You talking about Larry Brown, dog?
Yup.
It's been a minute, man. But hey, guess what? Cincinnati fans, they ain't never won, and they still searching for another one. But they ain't never won. Period.
Nah.
So you know, you look at that list that I said. You know, it's a lot of people that you know they team ain't they ain't even been there, man. Why say wow, not VHS?
Not VHS.
That boy said VHS, man.
But it's the truth, though. It's the truth.
Golly.
Man, who was the president then? Was it Clinton?
In 95,
Reagan?
Yeah.
I said Reagan.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, man.
George Washington.
oh my God.
Ronald Reagan.
But you know,
Oh, man.
but you know, we got a partner, man. We joke about him all the time. KG can tell you, in 1998, man, he left as a fan. We lost to the Cardinals. I think he said, I won't be a fan no more. You know who he went to, and I tell him all the time, what have y'all done? He went to the Redskins / Commanders.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, dude, that's who you chose? And they haven't won since Doug Week.
Oh, man.
Wow.
But I'm sticking with him. I see Larry. He in the transfer portal. I mean, hey, they on in that portal. I hope he already an Eagle
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Hey, he already Eagle as it is. So I guess he can go with that. Said y'all, I guess you're welcome him.
What'd you say? Yeah.
You're welcome him on the.
Oh, yeah. Come on. We got enough room on the
You hop
train.
on that bandwagon.
Man, I don't even know what to say about that one. That's all right. I knew he was borderline anyway. You know, I knew Larry was borderline Cowboy.
Say, man, Dak could do that to you, man.
Hey, man, hey, you know, speaking of that,
Tony Romo too.
We go.
Oh, yeah, Romo and Dak got the same playoff record, right?
We go ahead. Yeah, they do 2-4.
Leto, Will too.
So speaking of Cowboy, what's your thoughts on these on the coaching style changes? And you know, technically, people talking about they got fired, but except for Kellen Moore, but all the other ones, they contract was expired. You know how it is if you just don't get renewed. But
so Kellen Moore thought the Chargers was a better deal than the Cowboys? Or was
he was on he basically got, they say mutually parted ways, but he was under contract, so that's like he got fired.
Yeah, he see, this is what I believe with the Cowboys, right? And we talked about, I know me and Chris talk about this a lot. It's a money thing, right? Kellen Moore, they didn't want to fire him, so to save face, they said we parted ways. It was a mutual agreement. So they had to blame somebody, and it wasn't gonna blame that. It wasn't gonna blame. It had to blame the offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So he was the foul guy. So, but they allowed him to walk away without that on his resume of being fired.
And said before we even got on pregame, there was a report on Bleacher Report. Albert Britt, insider, NFL insider, says things went great between McCarthy and Kelly Moore towards the end of the season. So
it wasn't great.
It wasn't great. So, things started to kind of come out. So, towards the end, and when somebody leaves, they not gonna really say so. A relationship.
So what would not be great? What would be wrong between them two?
Well, we may not know, but you got to look at it. He wasn't. Mike McCarthy kept him on the staff just because
he had to.
He had to, but his relationship with Dak, because here it is. You coming into, and every coach don't get fired when somebody new come in. We know that. We see that in high school, and we see it in pros. I mean, he had the relationship with Dak, so here it is. I'm coming in new. Let me keep this guy in. Who already has a relationship with Dak, who's been here. But we don't know what happened towards the end. I don't know if you saw first take with Keyshawn and Herm Ellis today talking about the situation, but we don't know if he started looking over Kellen Moore's shoulder, because as Herm Ellis was saying, he's like, well, Stephen A was like, why don't they just Mike McCarthy's the head coach, why he don't make changes in the game? Herm Ellis say you don't want to look over your coordinator's shoulder and have them tense up like you don't trust in them. So it might have been something that brewing, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's the Cowboys went 4-1, right? When Dak was out. So who was that? I mean, Kellen Moore, he played to this guy's strength. He called good plays.
Mm-hmm.
He kept the game tight. I mean, he did a good job while he was out. So when you get your quarterback back that's making $40 million a year, we say this all the time, he got to be the reason why you winning games.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna put the ball. He gonna call plays so Dak can look like he looked against Tampa Bay, right? But we know Dak can't look like that every week. It's just a fact. He can't look like that every week. This is a money thing. It don't have nothing to do with Kelly Moore. They was the number one offense since Dak came back. Yeah, that's all I hear Cowboy fans say. Since Dak came back, he was the number one offense. We lead the league in points scored. But when it came down to the big game, Kelly Moore, it's not like Kelly Moore was out there calling anything different from what he did when they played Tampa Bay. Dak just didn't get the job done.
You hear too many people that has played the game professionally say his offense is vanilla.
Well, why it wasn't vanilla last week? The week before when they played Tampa, and all of the other weeks.
So how can a vanilla offense put up the most points?
Right.
Sometimes, man, on TV, Doc, they be bumping their gums, Doc.
Right.
I mean, that doesn't even make sense. A vanilla offense that scores. Hell, I love that vanilla offense. You want to talk about a vanilla offense? Chris might can attest to this. Pittsburgh Steelers may have a vanilla offense where you're putting up 20 points.
No, you're gonna see a vanilla offense with Mike McCarthy this year.
I know it's totally different. But in every level it's different. And I'm not gonna compare it to Little League. Let's go here. Larry.
I'm here.
You remember this very well when we coached together, Little League. And I wasn't calling the plays, but we were still winning. But a lot of folks were complaining about the offense, right?
Yeah.
And not too long. When I got that call to take over, what happened?
They got better.
Went to the championship and won, right?
Uh-huh.
So,
but based on what Billy's saying, since he's been there as the offensive coordinator, y'all been in the top 3 in offense every year.
Right.
How is that
vanilla, and how is that on him?
I don't think
he ain't throwing interceptions.
I don't think it's a lot of creativity, man. And you got to put that man. I'm gonna keep saying it, and I'm gonna get you two brothers, my two fellow
So
brothers.
you got to have you top 3 every year since he's been offensive coordinator.
Okay,
he was a hot candidate for the job.
So,
you want me to take?
so let me.
Hey, Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff, you want me to tell you vanilla offense? The Cowboys of the early '90s was a vanilla offense.
Yeah, the times were different too then, though.
They just had better players.
Times were different then. But I'm saying, Billy, okay. Now Dak wasn't a $40 million quarterback then when he first came to the league. But what was the problem with him then? Then what this Dak now? That's all I'm saying. Remember, Kellen Moore was still a player. Remember, he wasn't a coach.
Dak,
but I'm saying since he's been the offensive coordinator, they've always been top.
Top 4 for sure. Except the year that Dak got injured in 2020, they fell to 18. Outside of that, they was top 4. 4 years of him being an offensive coordinator. And the thing is,
so okay,
after Dak's injury, he stopped running, bro.
Wait, he started back running the playoff. But let me ask you this. So say it.
Yeah.
Once they pay Jalen Hurts his money and he becomes $35+ million quarterback, you expecting him to start just chucking the ball over the field or stick with the same system that they running with this $4 million quarterback, whatever his salary is? Or just because he makes 35-40 million, he's supposed to guard Aaron Rodgers.
I don't make the rules. It's gonna he's gonna have to throw it. He's gonna have to be the reason why they win it. He the reason why they win it now. So they go, it's gonna be the same. Dak is not. He's not usually the reason why the Cowboys win. Maybe some games of the year he was the reason why they beat Tampa. But when he comes to games like when they play San Francisco, I'm gonna put it like this: in big games, when they lose, he's the reason why they lose.
But as you heard them say when Cooper Rush was in there, and we talking about coaching changes with the Cowboys. When Cooper Rush was in there, you heard folks say week after week. I hope they are paying attention and they go to the running game a lot more than why Dak is out.
But why they can't. They can't.
They did.
I'm talking about when they can't. I'm talking about when he comes back, they can't play like that. They just can't.
Why can't you?
Because he's making that kind of money. This is a money league.
So
this is a money league.
You can't, man. Herman that was saying the famous quote is, "You play to win the game."
This is a money league. You cannot have your $40 million quarterback throwing a ball 15 times, man.
Jeff,
that don't even make sense. They're just how it is.
You know, as Sid is saying, a money league, they call it entertainment. The National Football League is entertainment. That's why you don't want to see vanilla. That is why they pay them quarterbacks money, and they want ratings. That's why people like watching Patrick Mahomes when they do a ring around the roses, when they do crazy stuff, right? Entertainment.
You got America's team.
See, you know what? Y'all just fall. Billy just fell right back into my. He fell right back into what I'm saying. You said the ring around the roses, right? Ain't that creativity?
That's entertainment.
That's still creative though.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, okay, so let's get out Kellen Moore and let's talk about this. When he go to San Diego, and if Justin Herbert, he got a nice young quarterback, right? And if Justin Herbert, his interception rate go up, I don't want to hear nothing.
Bro, Justin Herbert don't have Noah Brown. Justin Herbert got Mike Williams. Justin Herbert got three. He got 3 receivers, dog.
Same thing apply.
Hold on. See, there we go. See, Jonathan, you heard what they said. He said Herbert got 3 receivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just made my point valid. If
But,
he got
hey,
so that got one and 1.5, 1.5 receivers, one to 3, 4 receivers.
And that's why
Hey,
Kellen
Jeff.
Moore had to fall on the sword. He had to be the
Right.
fall guy.
So that's why I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So depending on the offseason moves that they make, right? They got rid of Cooper. So if you go get a DeAndre Hopkins or you go get a OBJ who's still working out, you go get another top receiver. And like I keep saying, you move Gallup back to your number 3. Because when he was your number 3, the offense was a lot more explosive. You can't
Remember he had
okay, even if this is my thing, even if you do all that, you was averaging 30 points a game. Like, what do you want him to do? Average 50? Like 30, the number one, like there again, we go back to the San Francisco game. Kellen Moore called the game good enough to where we seen two guys who were wide open for touchdowns.
Dak missed the read.
Thank you. That is not a Kellen Moore problem. That is a Dak problem.
What I'm saying is it just like Keyshawn and Hermie will talk about today. When McCarthy, if he calls plays, he has no conversations with Dak. I'm saying, is Kellen Moore truly having those conversations with Dak, or is he just like, okay,
we'll get the quarterback coach is having those conversations with Dak.
Guess what, Billy? He gone as well.
Same. Somebody had to do it because they can't. Okay, hey, Jeff.
Hey, Guess what? Said, listen, you know who y'all quarterback coach is?
Yeah,
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about for Philly.
Oh,
yeah.
And you know who he used to coach? Who he used to coach?
Yes.
Who he used to coach?
That.
And in his last 2 years at Mississippi State, they say he was awesome, right?
Right, yeah.
So there we go. Sometimes they got to get the best out of you, man.
Jeff. Listen. Money changes everything, man.
Huh?
Money changes everything.
No, man. Hey,
yes, it does.
I want to win the game.
Jeff, look. This show what? This show 11?
Yes.
This show 11, right? So when we at next year this time we at show 150 and Dak doing the same thing, then what?
What my point is let's just see this new voice. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. And if Dak doing the same thing, I'll be the first to say, okay, you was right. It's Dak. But
so from what I understand though, Mike McCarthy is geared to start calling plays.
So Ken, he better geared to start calling plays, and we don't know. I
know. I guarantee I know. You think you had it bad before.
Y'all gonna be landing up in I formation with 2 receivers.
Man, here comes 8 and 8.
Mike McCarthy had called plays. Remember when after he got fired, he sat out a year. Been with the Cowboys for 2 years.
Oh,
right? Is a year.
So he haven't called offensive plays in 3 years.
And remember, he took time to learn. He took time to learn analytics.
his last year calling plays, it was 4 and 12.
Right.
So my thing is, there's talk of okay, we know what's his name, Brian Johnson, I think.
Yeah,
he's the quarterback coach, so he doesn't have a coordinator position. So it was talk out there on Mike Fisher. Go get Brian Johnson, the quarterback coach for the Eagles. Make him offensive coordinator. That was Dak. That was Dak.
No,
that was Dak
that ain't gonna
quarterback.
happen.
Dak need to go get LASIK surgery, dog.
I told y'all.
He get out that sleeping on the
Told
bed
y'all.
and go to the eye
He need
doctor.
LASIK surgery.
Oh man.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, from my standpoint, I'm with y'all on this. Like, how many more points do you want to score? Like, you're averaging 30.
It's not the points, Kendon. It's just I'm saying.
You want style points,
huh?
You want style points.
I want points. I want you to run an offense that when you get in the red zone. I don't blame Kellen Moore, across the field. I'm talking about when you get in the red zone, you got to get creative. He was in the red zone too many times, man. Too many times. And he's running vanilla offense in the red zone.
Jeff, I know you're a Cowboy fan. You like that. Kellen Moore put a game plan together, like Kenan said. He scored 30 points a game, right?
Right.
What the Cowboys mess up is when it becomes a big moment in those games. He frees up. It's just that simple.
Dog. He pushed the panic
It's
button.
just that simple, man. He's gonna do it over and over again. He freezes up in those situations.
So do we just look at the bad, or are we looking at the whole picture?
No, I'm looking at the whole picture. I'm saying that Chris says it all the time. When the Cowboys jump out ahead, Dak look great. He looked great, but when the game get tight, he don't know what to do.
Jerry Jones told Dak Prescott, "I overpaid you." That's what he told him to his face. I overpaid you. Dak got 40 million. Dak got 40 million, bro. And Dak, when the lights are bright, Dak cannot put together back-to-back games. He have a great game, a horrible game. A good game, horrible game.
So against Green Bay, when we lose Green Bay 34-31, you blame Dak, or who you blaming?
Yeah, the quarterback gets the blame. He threw an interception, Doc, because on one of the interceptions, CeeDee Lamb ran behind instead of yelling off that route.
No, I'm talking about you say Dak.
Playoffs, right?
I'm saying, yeah, when we lost to Green Bay.
30 year?
Huh?
What year?
It was his rookie. It don't matter what year. It was his rookie year.
Okay. His rookie season. Yeah, Dak had a horrible first half. He put y'all in that hole.
It was 31-31.
He put you in the hole and y'all came back.
So we came back, right? So he didn't have he ain't had nothing to do with that.
Yes, he did, bro. But he was from behind. He came from behind.
In six playoff games, Dak has 11 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I mean, five interceptions.
Give me a big win, yeah. Huh? Big win, Dak. Biggest win in Dak's career.
In the playoffs. Since we're talking playoffs, in the playoffs, has he had?
No, I'm talking about regular season too, where it's something on the line, and he did his thing. Give me one.
I have to go back and look. He got a lot.
No, you're a Cowboy fan. You should better just pop that off your head. Cause you know why? Because it's none.
His rookie year when they went on that run, when they beat Pittsburgh, Green Bay, all in the regular season, and that was due to really Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
That was Zeke.
I don't know how many of y'all coached football like Jeezy coach. So, Jeezy, what position you coach, or you just?
You say what now? What
position you coach?
Man, when I'm out there with Varsity, I'll be with the quarterbacks. I hate to say.
Okay. so listen to this. When you have a guy who just going out there, I'm talking about Dak his rookie year yet, right? His rookie year, he was just a 4th round guy.
Yeah.
That's a rookie playing for the Cowboys. That's who he was.
Right.
So he was just going out there just playing football with nothing, no pressure, right?
Right.
Just trying to solidify
Now,
his spot.
right now, he's a franchise quarterback with the Dallas Cowboys with a star on his head. Everybody's saying a top 5 quarterback making $40 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Then a 4th round guy out of Mississippi State, first year in the league, rookie. That's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
A totally
Agreed.
big difference.
Agreed.
So that's when the pressure come along, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Dak can't handle.
Mm-hmm.
He can't handle it. It's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
You got a guy who going out there who just playing without thinking. See, he was playing without thinking. Now he got to think. He got to listen to the media. What's Dak gonna do this week? Can he get over the hump? Can he do this? He hear all this during the week.
Are they gonna extend? Are they gonna extend him?
Good night.
I get it.
He got 18 game winning drive since 2016, and it's the most in the entire NFL from 2016 to 2022.
Okay, Jeff, hold up.
No,
Now,
wait, hold
up. Wait a minute. Wait. Now, you know that stat right there. You really can't go off of that because if you a game winning drive can be in the beginning of the 4th quarter and nobody else score again. What about the last 2 minutes?
No, you know darn well said Collins senior.
No,
listen darn well when they say game winning drive. Everybody on this podcast,
they will say 2 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes of the game. Now we know that.
When have you done it?
We talked about 2016 to 2022.
Go back and look at them, Jeff. Don't look at the stat, what you reading. Go back and look at the game.
Hold on, Chris. Time in, Chris, because ain't this the same Eagle fan who was ready to get rid of Jalen Hurts?
Right. You're right.
So all I'm saying is respect my quarterback, respect my choice. I want to speak my quarterback the same way you ready to throw your quarterback who got y'all in the Super Bowl this year.
But guess what? Like Chris and Billy can tell you, I said the same thing about Jalen Hurts. And I'm gonna say it now. When he get his money, he can't be 15 for 25 for 122 yards in an NFC Championship game.
So let me ask you this. If he get 15 for 25, that's his average. 100, 250 yards, whatever. And it gets y'all 4 Super Bowls in the next 6 years. You're not happy as a fan?
I'm not saying it's not don't have anything to do with me. It's what they gonna start calling for him because they got to get their money's worth out of him.
Say, man, I'm gonna tell you like this. Like my mom used to say, "May she rest in heaven." Piss on what everybody else think. All I don't care about this is that hardware.
That's you because you're a fan. We talking about owners. We talking about the owners,
bro. How can you care about? When was the last time you don't care about hardware?
Huh?
When was the last time you cared about hardware?
At the end of the day, that's what's counting.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at it. Okay, Dan Marino. Hey, hold on. Dan Marino threw all these stats. Never won a Super Bowl. He's a Hall of Fame. He got that gold jacket. You can't take that away from him.
Right.
So at the end of the day, his name is in the Hall of Fame. Name in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
He did what you said. Now he didn't make the kind of money they making right now, but he threw for a lot of yards. Like what we said about Patrick. What we said about Patrick Mahomes now. If even though he going to his 3rd Super Bowl, if he don't get no more rings, how are we gonna look at him? Because at the end of the day, that's what they look at. They look at that hardware, man, on your finger.
Okay, so when you start talking about the top 5 of all time QBs or players, now you start splitting hairs.
Well, I'm just saying at the end of the day,
here's where you pull out the microscope. I get that. I'm just saying as a fan, I know it's been 57 Super Bowls and we got 6 of them. So I mean that come I mean, damn, they're like a Haley's Comet. You know. So I know we want it, man. As long as like I was telling Chris, as long as we can get to the AFC Championship game, to me, that's a successful season.
Right.
Now it could go either way. You know, because it's unrealistic to think that you can get back to the Super Bowl every single year. You can get a hardware every single year.
Right.
That's unrealistic. New England would never happen again, bro, because they had so much of an easy path in that division, right? Playing 6 games. They were always competing for number 1, for the number 1, number 2 spot in the AFC.
Mm-hmm. But you know the difference between that? They had that easy pass, right? Because that their division was bad.
Yes.
So, but when they got out the division and he faced Pittsburgh, he faced the Raiders, they still won, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Dallas and Dak went through 6 years with the NFC East being bad.
Yeah, they did.
And got out and lost in the first round.
Yep.
So you can't even compare that. Dak gonna have to get better, Jeff. That's all it is.
I'm not saying he don't have to get better. All I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, let's judge him, because what I'm saying is two tales of it, because I don't think all the bash that he's getting, he wasn't getting it his first like 3 years in the NFL.
He wasn't paid. Jeff.
Yeah, because
I don't know. You got to understand
that was said. Was saying 5 minutes ago.
He
wasn't paid. It changes when you get paid.
But see, we're punishing him for. Hold on. We're punishing him before how the league is set up. Well, look at it. Why did they change?
Well, that's the league. That's the way you do it.
Hold on. We got an Oklahoma Soon on her. Why did they change the salary when the draft came out? Because what happened? Who was the last person they got? What, $50 million guaranteed quarterback, and they played it down?
Baker Mayfield?
No, Sam Bradford.
Oh, Sam Bradford.
So say it. Who? It ain't his fault that he got $50 million guaranteed when he came out of college, and then he had that pressure on his back. So what I'm saying is, if Dak was a $10 million quarterback, he still gonna have the pressure on him because he has that star on the side of his helmet.
He won't be talked about as much.
No, you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Hey,
He won't be talked.
Quincy smoked me a blunt. Carter, he had that pressure on his because he had that star on his helmet.
Cooper Rush didn't have no pressure on him.
Say, man. He a backup. What's about you a starter?
He just came out there. He didn't have.
Oh Lord!
If you're a starter,
he said Cooper Rush.
He was a starter for 4 weeks. 5 weeks.
No, but he's a backup, man. You tell me, is Cooper Rush gonna be a starting quarterback next year?
Y'all wanted him until we made him look like he was supposed
to. Even Jerry Jones. Y'all wanted him to quarterback controversy.
Hey, man, man.
We saved y'all.
Oh Lord, man,
we
saved y'all.
Hey, I'm about to go get my mama a picture and set it right here because.
Y'all, man. Y'all Cowboys fan wanted Cooper Rush, Skip Bayless, the biggest.
No, I did not.
I said all of the Cowboys, maybe not you, but y'all number one fans, Skip Bayless, and everybody wanted Cooper over that until he went to the link on Sunday night.
I didn't want to go with that. No, not me.
So we saved y'all season, man. We saved y'all season.
Hey, you said that was a mercy killer, wasn't it?
Not me. I didn't.
Y'all crazy. But look, if hold on. The funny thing is, Cooper Rush would have, I guarantee it, limited. He would have less turnovers in the games that they were supposed to win. See, I'm with. This is another thing. You lose to the Jaguars. Play Tennessee, and that game is way too close. It's like if you get to the fourth quarter with Dak, and this is just what I've seen from him, and it's tight, he gonna do something that's gonna mess it up. And again, I always just gonna go back to this. Kellen Moore can be the scapegoat. That's what they decided, but I think 14 points left on that board, which would have guaranteed a win. That ain't on Kellen Moore. He called that play correct.
As a matter of fact, Jeff, even the Cowboys on their Twitter page put that up. It was
that was set up
there.
Man, didn't take it down. They was mad. What's the DN name? Because it ain't coming to me right now. Michael Parsons. He threw a shot. Like, come on, man. If they see it, that's my thing. But I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be one of them seasons where everybody gonna see how sorry Mike McCarthy is. Yeah, buddy.
Jeff, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Until Dak at least get to a Super Bowl, he gonna take them darts, man. He just is. Now you done had Jalen Hurts come up behind him. His team in the Super Bowl. It's just he's playing for the quote unquote America's team. They on Monday night 10 times a year.
Yeah.
All we hear is how talented the Cowboys are every year. So he's gonna get that criticism until he get the job done. And it's probably a little unfair. I get it.
It is.
But when he signed that $40 million contract, that put him under the microscope.
Yeah.
In the fishbowl. So it's like if the criticism gonna come. We used to talk about Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was great. But until he won a Super Bowl, they were talking about him too.
Yeah.
It's just how it is, man. That's life as an NFL quarterback. That's life as an NBA superstar. Until you win a championship, you're gonna get criticized.
That's what I'm saying. Like it goes, like you said, championship, NBA, champion, all that. I'm not saying that don't deserve the criticism. I'm saying who to say that what's going on to where he is having a hard conversation with Kellen Moore, because I just don't see him as that type of coach.
Talking about McCarthy or
no, I'm saying Kellen Moore. I'm saying I don't see him as that coach let's go get on him and have a hard, or the quarterback coach. Are they having that hard conversation with him? I see the Mike Tomlins go to the sideline and talk to people. I see the Bill Belichick's go over there and have those conversations in game. I mean, the list goes on. Kellen Moore sits over there like a darn English professor and act like, okay, I don't think he's having those hard conversations with Dak. So Dak got to stop having that lackadaisical. As long as that coach is lackadaisical, I think that's why he goes out there like that and say, "Oh, I get the next one. Oh, I promise you it won't happen again." I don't think he has a coach that's lighting the fire underneath him.
Man, I think all that stuff happens, when they breaking down film. I don't think that stuff happens on the sideline.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
It needs to happen on the sideline, though.
It may not be his personality to chastise him in front of everybody.
Right.
You really don't see top quarterback getting chastised by their coach on the sideline.
At all.
When they start doing that, they don't do that.
I'm just talking about talking, so we don't know what the conversations are being had. Like, it's something there, man. It's something. Like what I'm saying is he went from he's been in the league 7 years, right?
Right.
he went from somewhere where he really wasn't throwing. If you look at we talking about interceptions. Talking about what he wasn't like this bad with interceptions at first. These last few with Jason Garrett, his interceptions wasn't that bad. So I'm saying, what is it?
Pressure plus life. No, he signed that $40 million contract in 2021.
And they had a dominant running game back then too.
So
Cowboys were more run oriented 2-3 years ago when Zeke was in his prime. Now the offense is shifted towards Dak's arm. That's why you see the turnovers now. That's why he had all that success early.
So we got to go back to something. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't care about your money, what you doing. I need you to just produce wins, man.
But hey, Jeff, look at this in your spare time. Look at, and you can find it too. Before that pre-contract, right? How many times he threw the ball? Then look at how many times he throwing the ball now after he got paid. I guarantee it's at least 10 to 12 more times. So that's a recipe for more interceptions. Because they have to get their money's worth out of him because he's making $40 million a year. That's just the way the league is set up. See, the reason why we can't talk about Mahomes making his $50 million a year in the NFC Championship, the AFC Championship every year.
Yeah.
And we talking about him. Oh, he got to win another Super Bowl. He already got one, and he gonna be MVP 3 or 4 times. It's nothing else to talk about with him.
Yeah, this is third Super Bowl.
And then before we get into these other coaches, I'm gonna say this. And it's going to have to come from the head man. I said this before. It's going to come from our true GM, owner, GM / CEO. So I'm tired of Cap Boy. Y'all went out and traded for AJ Brown, right?
Right.
You went out and got Sue late in the season, right?
Right.
You went and traded for Bradbury, right?
Pickup. You
got Gardner Johnson, right?
Right.
So, and it's probably some more names in there. Harry Rosen did it. Okay, look at the 49ers. What they do? They went out and got McCaffrey. What I'm saying is, and there's not gonna be another thing. Jerry got to tell his Cap Boy son, "Hey, I'm supposed to go out here. The salary cap. Man, people say this salary. Oh, we can't spend his money. Dan Quinn, he's making that defense look good with Bargain being free agents and Anthony Barr." Who, he was good when he was with Minnesota in his prime. He was serviceable. J-Ron Curse, those type of players, they outplayed their contract for the minimum. We got to go get some players, man. That could be true game changers across the board. Our defense is good, but part of that's Dan Quinn coaching them up. Cause a lot of the players we got on our team, man, they're not big. Matter of fact, our free agent pickups, they total $7.5 million total in contract. That's bargain being shot. The Eagles, what they do, they went out and picked up players. Even when Jalen Hurts get his money, he already got the team around him. He got the weapons around offensively and defensively to be successful.
Oh yeah. I mean, but they were able to do that because he's not making his money, right? So once he makes his money next year,
you able to do it regardless, man. They
can do it. I mean, you can maneuver the cap. You can do whatever you want. You can maneuver the cap. You can. Yeah, but I don't know if
Jeff, the Cowboys can get all 7 of us on the contract. Cowboy fans gonna say, come September, we going to the Super Bowl. That's just how it goes.
Hey, and somebody gonna say they got the best 8 free agents in the league.
Oh man.
But hey,
you see the roster pickup we got?
Billy, I don't know if you on Facebook or whatever, said Chris and Jonathan and Kendra, they can tell you how many times I'm posting about Cowboys Super Bowl, or after each game I'm saying something. No, I don't do. I'm not that fan.
Well, we're not talking about you, Jeff. It's that you one in a million. We talk about the other billions of fans.
Best long snap in the league.
Hey, you see they got it like Billy Woods. He's the best in the league.
I'm always like this.
Best hot dog sales in the league.
Oh Lord.
Man, he worth $100 billion.
Yeah.
Man.
Best parking lots in the league.
Cleanest stalls. Like, golly, man.
Hey Jeff, this why? So after we destroyed the San Francisco, y'all start firing coaches, man. What's up with that?
No, I mean, they went under contract. That's part of it. I mean, you got coaches that they not under contract. They not under contract. The running back coach Skip Pete. This is his second stint. He
gone too.
Yeah, he gone. He went on. But you remember Gary Brown was a running back coach. No, he passed away. I think last year before last.
Now why would they get rid of the running back coach?
Well, this is his second stint here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is his second stint here. So I mean, he was brought back.
I heard
offensive line coach. He gone. Joe Fibbin.
Yeah.
Y'all had a good offensive line.
Right.
Yeah, I liked him too. I thought he was a really good line coach.
Jeff, did his contract run out or y'all fired him?
No, every coach besides Kellen Moore, that contract ran out. So it wasn't like a Tennessee Titan thing where Vrabel made some decisions. Hey, I'm just fire this coach, save my job. Now, only one that it was Kellen Moore, like Leon Lett. Leon Lett been here 12 seasons, so he's been here. He's been here playing, and then he's been in the Jason Garrett era, and now Mike McCarthy. So, I mean, Leon Lett gone, and actually, we had the most coaches in the league, man. We had. I think they said Pittsburgh had like 15 total coaches. We had 27.
Damn.
Like what?
Yeah.
Who are we? Who are we? Duncanville High School? Matter of fact, who are we? Lancaster basketball? Kimball High School basketball? Because they got 10 coaches. When I heard that, I was like, we got 27 coaches. 12 more than the next highs. I think Pittsburgh, they said, and another team had like 15, 16. So, because Leon Lett was the assistant D-line coach. What do you need an assistant D-line coach for?
Just getting him some money. Man, I would have took Kellen Moore in Pittsburgh. Billy know me and Billy talk about this all the time. I would have took Kellen Moore my damn self.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying
he made some boneheaded mistakes, but it just he's a good OC.
Yeah, I'm not taking that away from him. I'm not saying that. I just want to see what happens going forward.
Let me ask you this. So
you gonna see Mike McCarthy gonna show you.
So Kellen Moore calls the plays, right?
Yeah.
Now, before as that play is going to Dak, doesn't it go through Mike McCarthy?
He listens to it.
Right.
And has veto power.
Right. So isn't he part of the if it's on Kellen Moore, who comes up with it? So usually the game plan comes up with the offensive coordinator, the passing game coordinator, and the run game coordinator.
And the coach.
Yeah, well, not all the time. It usually be the passing game coordinator. Sometimes the quarterback coach be the passing game coordinator.
Right.
Then the offensive line, sometimes he might be the run game coordinator. But usually the quarterback coach don't come up with the game plan. It usually be the offensive coordinator and them other two guys.
Right.
But they got to run their game plan by McCarthy.
Yeah, he signs off on it on Friday. That would all that if I'm not mistaken, that's what all coaches do.
Yeah. The game plan is in what probably by once they start practicing on a lot of teams start practicing on Wednesday, they'll have a game plan then by Wednesday. They'll have it together, by Wednesday, at latest Thursday.
Because
So, I
remember,
mean,
Bruce Arians used to redline Byron Leftwich and Tom Brady stuff on Fridays.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm.
Well, like, and I heard Kendall saying we go see real well, and we've had these talks too about how you feel about McCarthy, and like I said, only time will tell. I mean, we can go on and on for 24 hours straight about it. Only time will tell is has he really learned from his time in Green Bay, and then if he truly calls the plays next year, we will see. That's only my thing. Let's see. We can't.
I don't think he gonna call plays. I think they're gonna get somebody else.
We ain't gonna stay on it too long. It's just like I'm gonna throw this tidbit on there. It's just like Jason Kidd, right? His coaching stints everywhere else. He had to learn, right? And then he got his next opportunity. The Mavericks, yeah, he still made some questionable decisions, like we talked about in previous episodes. But he is better. So that's all I'm saying. Let's see what Mike McCarthy doing. He doesn't have Kellen Moore as his coordinator no more. He was still here when Mike McCarthy got the job. So let's see what happens. Then let's see who he brings in ultimately as the OC. Because even if Mike McCarthy calls the plays, he's still gonna have an OC that's gonna help implement the game plan.
Right.
So let's see who that is. Let's see who that is.
Well, if he doesn't do a good job, Jerry gonna get rid of him next year.
And that's what I'm saying. And guess what? We already probably got our next head coach, and Mike McCarthy doesn't get the job done, or whatever Jerry is looking for next year out of McCarthy. If it's NFC Championship or bust, or if it's Super Bowl or bust, we'll know next year. Then we already got our coach on staff. And speaking of that, that means we could put the rest to Sean Payton, because Sean Payton just got a job today. So that goes very well to the next segment, that we can put the Sean Payton of the Cowboys situation to rest now. For at least another 5 years.
I heard that Denver wanted DeMeco instead of him.
Yep.
Yeah, he was the second choice.
He was the second choice, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just wonder how they're gonna work out in Denver with Sean Payton and Russ.
Well, he has a winning quarterback, and so we just go see now. With Sean Payton, we go see Russ had a down year. He had a really bad year. He had a bad year. And so we know Sean Payton is a good coach. He got a Hall of Fame. He had a Hall of Fame coach in Drew Brees, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now all the Sean Payton fans, and I'm a fan of his. I would love to have him as a coach, as well. But all these fans who were beating down the door for Sean Payton to get the job here, now you get to see what he could do with. Like I said, he got a. I say, would y'all agree that Russell Wilson is a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know. For me,
I don't think he's no Hall of Fame quarterback.
Me neither.
His last 2 years, he's been sucking wind, bro.
Yeah,
but
he's a really good quarterback.
Before that,
well, he has a really good quarterback that has been to 2 Super Bowls and won one.
Right? Yeah, he got a good quarterback.
He don't. As Stephen A. Smith, he don't got no scrub. He ain't got no scrub. So
no,
he got some good receivers and
good running game too.
Good running game. And Denver had a serviceable defense. You know, they lost Chubb, they lost Von Miller. So now They're in the AFC West. They're in that tough AFC West. Now we go see is Sean Payton the coach that everybody say he is. Can he get in Russell Wilson and get him back to looking like we used to seeing Russ look? See what I'm saying? So now I think more pressure is on Sean Payton than Russell Wilson, in my opinion.
Man.
Oh no. Russell Wilson played too bad for any pressure to be on Sean Payton. Even if Russ plays bad again this year, everybody gonna just say, "Well, Russ is cooked. He's done." And if he play bad this year, it's a wrap.
Stick a fork in him.
I say that, Ken,
because he's been on a downward spiral for three years now.
3 years, yes.
Yeah, there's no pressure on Sean Payton.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, he don't have none.
Because think about it.
He walking in with house money, man, at least 1 year.
Right. Yeah, because he don't have that. I mean, they offense didn't. I mean, they can just do. They average what, 9 points?
Man,
second worst in the league. I know that was second worst.
I mean, he gonna be better than that.
But okay. Well, let's flip it like this. He say Russ been bad the last 3 seasons?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so that's 2 with Pete Carroll, who because the voice could have got stale, and then you had Hackett, right?
Right.
So let's reverse like this. If Sean Payton come here and Russ plays not lights out, but he plays better than these last 3 years, then we go apply to Sean Payton. And we go call him a genius of a coach.
Well, because he is.
Right, he is. But some people say, "Oh, well, Russ just needed another voice in his ear." That's all I'm saying.
No, man. I seen the same coach take Geno Smith. And man, no, for real, because he actually foresaw this coming. That's why they didn't sign him. He said he knew it. He like Russ done.
No,
I agree.
What I'm saying, Ken, I mean, he might be done. What I'm saying is sometimes things need to be changed. I mean, he played bad. He did play bad. But what I'm saying is, put on the flip side, if he has a good coach that come in and get him back to playing better. Sometimes it could be that voice.
But when you play that bad, you can't go nowhere else.
Right. You can't do nothing else.
You either you're that what you are, or you're gonna be a little better at least, but you can't go any further down than Russ did.
But I'm saying he ain't always been bad. He's had 3 bad seasons, but he ain't always been bad.
I think this previous season, Russ, I don't even remember Russ having a good game.
Me either.
No, that one they won after they fired after they fired I think Hackett, that was his only good game this whole year.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. And it wasn't even lights out.
Right.
Like he's a 50, how much he make? 50, 30, 40 million something dollars?
Shit, 49, dog.
$49 million, and he may be a game manager. I mean, really may. Like I always look at football is revisionist history. So after 3 years, you are who you are in the NFL. You don't when you get a certain age, like Aaron Rodgers is who he is. My favorite quarterback of all time. Mahomes can get better, still young. Burrow can get better, still young. But when I can look back at 3 years and see a steady decline, then that's where you're falling at this point. It's always like that. That's just the history of the league.
Well, no, you know what? I take it back. He been bad. Oh, Well, no, he was this year. He was bad.
He was bad last year and the year before that too.
Yeah, he was bad when he
He
was
was
in
bad in
Seattle.
2021.
2020.
Yeah.
Billy, I just had to look at. I mean, I don't know by game, but he threw in 2020 4,212 yards, 40 touchdowns, 13 interceptions in 2020
Right, so you gotta go by game. I mean, that's pretty good.
Hey man,
Yeah, but that's the year they let Russ cook, right? And you got to remember, most of them games that he got that year, they were having a comeback.
Right.
Yeah.
They were having, so of course your stats are going to be inflated. It's the same thing that happened with Dak. Dak's stats be inflated because usually Cowboys are having to come back second half.
Right.
So you got to go out there and fling it around.
But Russ is he's a good example of what when me and Billy were just talking about when you get the money, right? They expect more from you. So when Russ got that money, before he became Russ, it was the Legion of Boom's team, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But when he got paid, it became Russ's team.
Yep.
So
you see it because they got rid of everybody.
They got rid of everybody.
They
even
got rid
the
of
guys,
the Boom.
Even those guys on the defensive mile start saying it that
Yep.
It changed once he got his money. And that's just the nature of the beast. Once that he's the face of the franchise. So that's now we're gonna see if it was Seattle, if Russ is really good as he's been advertised, or was it really the Legion of Boom? Now he's gonna have him an offensive minded coach. He's gonna have an offensive minded coach in Denver. So now it's on Russ, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then in 2021 he threw six total picks for 25 interceptions. 25 touchdowns. I'm going back to. I don't give. Smoking. Whoever said this phrase, 2020 40 touchdowns. I don't care what you say. 40 touchdowns. That's still. Cooper Rush, Daniel Jones ain't throwing 40 touchdowns.
But you put Russ in that. You put Russ in that league.
Huh?
You put Russ in that category.
What I'm saying is we saying inflated 40 touchdowns. Who
40 to 25 is a plummet.
But I'm saying that's why.
And then 25 to what did he throw this year? 10?
No, 16.
16? Yeah. We're looking at almost double-digit drop-off for 3 years straight.
My argument was the drop-off. I was saying he's only been bad the last 2 years. That's all I was saying. He went in 2020. He wasn't bad.
But to you, it's more. I think it's more pressure on Russ because if he plays bad again, they're gonna be talking about him. Yeah, they're gonna be talking about him, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying he wasn't bad in 2020. Once I looked at it, what I'm saying, he wasn't bad in 2020.
It's just like I say, everything I've ever seen in the NFL is once you hit that. I think the only person I've ever seen that had a good year after and his was okay was Payton Manning. Payton Manning had an okay year in Indianapolis. Dang near breaks his neck, and then comes back and throws 55 touchdowns with the Broncos. We're gonna see.
I'm gonna tell you somebody else, man. Matty Ice with Kyle Shanahan. After all them years, he came back and won MVP. Them some major
And to play like he played and have the talent around him, like from an offensive standpoint, their defense was straight. I think their defense kept them in a lot of games, but I don't know.
Who was that?
He was averaging less than one touchdown a game.
Who?
Golly.
Russ.
Oh my goodness.
16 touchdowns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was bad this year. That's why Billy, I went to look up his stats to just see like what it was this year, and then when I saw that it's been the last 2 years. So I mean,
right.
We'll see what he do this year.
Right. Can we go ahead and address this elephant in the room?
What's scared?
What's that?
Yeah, I want to know
Super
too.
Bowl. That badass yellow boy and them Eagles.
Say, man, that Patrick Mahomes, that boy is special. I can't even. He may be. He is like. For me, it was always Aaron was the most talented quarterback I ever seen until now.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anybody this. We really watched him mind whip the Bengals because he didn't physically do it.
Mm-mm.
He say, man, good gracious. I think the Bengals did. I wish they'd have, came at him more, but he just, it don't matter. Do I think they're going to beat the Eagles? No. I don't really even think it's going to be actually close. I think the Eagles will probably win by 10 or 14. But that's a bad boy. And the only reason I think that is just because telling you, that front four, the Eagles, I've never seen anything like that. I don't ever, if somebody can name me a better front four, I just don't remember it.
Cowboys of 93.
Cowboys.
92, 93.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. Because they were rolling them out too, dog.
They weren't as deep as we are right now.
Yeah, that's
man.
They
were rolling them out, dog.
Deep.
We got a guy coming out of the bench did it with 12 sacks.
Yeah, I know.
Man,
but they were deep, bro.
Yeah, we on this Super Bowl and we talked about Billy, you went on last week, but we got a lot of storylines that's gonna be juicy. And one that's real juicy is I didn't know Andy Reid fired Nick Sirianni in 2013.
Yeah, then he went with Frank, but then he went over to Frank Wright.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Kelsey Bowl.
Yeah, the Reed Bowl, the Kelsey Bowl.
Yeah, Andy Reid versus his old team.
Mm-hmm. I believe it's only 3 players off that squad, huh? Said the ones when Andy Reid was there.
Well, it's like 5. Oh, you're talking about Andy Reid? Oh, no, it's like I thought you were talking about Super Bowl year. No, yeah, Kelsey, Lane Johnson, and
on defense.
Well, it's 2 on defense. You got Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox.
Right.
2 on the offense.
Right.
In the long snapper.
Right. 5.
So it's 5. Yeah.
5. Okay.
Well,
and I forgot about old Brandon Graham.
Yes, that's the guy off the bench with 12 sacks.
Yep. Good Lord.
Well,
yeah, man. Cause what?
Bowl,
go ahead.
I just gonna talk about the Super Bowl. Mahomes, like Billy talk and Kendall said, that dude, man, he good. Like right now, he might be top 5 all time. Like right now, he's still playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can talk about him like, how people talk about LeBron right now. Like they say LeBron still playing, he top 5 all time.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Mahomes, same way. He good, man. He good. He like, there's no denying that. But I just think the Eagles they a little bit different this year. They got a lot of stuff going for them, and the team is better. The team and what makes them close is Patrick Mahomes, right? Because he's so great. If they just had a regular quarterback, I mean, the game wouldn't even be close.
Mm-hmm.
But because he's special, it'll be close. It'll be a close game. But if Kansas City can't stop the run, and we go up, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day for Kansas City, and I can actually see the Eagles winning the game by 10 points.
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see it. I don't know how healthy he's gonna be.
That's what. Yeah.
I don't know how healthy, but he can't be. I don't think he'll be moving around like he was Sunday, but he can't be moving like that against the Eagles.
No.
It'll be a long be a long day for him, and I had my doubts about Jalen Hurts coming into the season, man. But that dude there, man, it's something about him that when he get on the field, he don't make mistakes. He always doing the right thing on the field. He a winner. I really didn't think his game would carry over from college to the NFL, but he learned how to pass. He can pass the ball now, and I just think when he's on his game and they making design runs from him, it's just hard to stop that offense. It's really hard to stop him because you got so many options. They can RPO, he can run it, he can keep, he can throw it to the tight end, he can throw it to the receiver. They got now they doing something off the quarterback sneak where they pitching it. I believe they got a pass in there somewhere. So they just got so many options that it's gonna be tough for Kansas City. It's gonna be tough. And I'm looking for the Eagles to win that game 31. No, I'm gonna say 34-24.
That's
34-24.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I have a different lens, bro. I got a different lens, man. I think that what Andy Reid is gonna do, man. I think they're gonna look to neutralize that pass rush. I really do. I'm not saying that they because the Eagles are great. They front seven is great. The whole team is great. To be all 22 is great.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that they're gonna neutralize their rush, man. They want to neutralize their rush.
But they better be able to run the ball. That's the only way you're gonna be able to neutralize it. They're gonna,
or them swing passes.
No, say they paying him $50 million to throw 35,000 times. So he go throw 100 times. He gonna go 113 for 150.
And he that dude to do it too.
and he can do it.
He's that dude to do it.
$50 million.
Yeah.
I'm using one of your quotes.
He's that dude to do it.
He's gonna be the reason they win the game. I tell you that.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm saying it like this. Andy Reid, he done been to what? 3? This is his 4th Super Bowl appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, three with the Chiefs now. One with Philly. This is beating Mahomes' 3rd Super Bowl appearance. We know Andy Reid is a future Hall of Famer. We know Patrick Mahomes future Hall of Famer. I just think Andy Reid is about to just even more cement his legacy and his legacy with his 2nd Super Bowl. Not too many coaches got multiple Super Bowls. He's about to jump out of that category with McCarthy's and the Sean Paytons and get his 2nd one. Patrick Mahomes, he gonna get his 2nd one, man. He got 2 weeks to get that ankle a little bit more healthier. If they were playing this week, I could see that, but he got an extra week to get that ankle 100%. Andy Reid, the type of mastermind he is on offense, he got all this extra time to like Billy say, neutralize that pass rush. I know you said he got to be able to run the ball, but Andy Reid, he crafty, man. And I think
I know he coached Eagles for a long time. They on a little bit something different this year, Jeff.
He got an
I'm
extra week, huh?
People been doubting Eagles all year, man. I'm just telling you, they on something a little bit different. Jalen Hurts on something a little bit different this year.
Well,
don't be surprised if this game look like Sunday night Green Bay Philly.
Oh,
man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I think
that's not even a Super Bowl then. If Green Bay playing.
No, I'm talking about that game was a high-scoring game, but Philly controlled it. Well, that's what I'm saying. They controlled the whole game. It was a good game.
Yeah, 40-33. 40-33 was.
Yep.
40-33, but they controlled it. That's what I'm talking about. I think they can control the game. They can get up, control the game. I won't be surprised if they run for 250 yards, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Philly gonna get yard rushing. Yeah.
So that's how you beat somebody like Patrick Mahomes. Because you can't give him too many chances. Because he's gonna score, right? He's not gonna stop him.
Man,
so it's the same way when they play.
Pass rush on him too, though.
Yeah. So I mean, the more he on the field, you don't want to give the guy like that too many chances because he's gonna put some points on the board.
Because when you look at the Bengals game, right? The Bengals are out, 3 linemen. I think Burrow threw 2 picks. Probably should have thrown at least 3. And the Chiefs really couldn't put up points like that. They scored a total of 23. And the Bengals defense was playing, in my opinion, it was right into the Chiefs' hand. You pressing every play. You're not blitzing. You can't get to the quarterback, and he's back there sitting duck.
Mm-hmm.
This is different because the Eagles only have to bring 4. They're going to get to Mahomes, and that allows everybody else to sit back there. And just, what is it, 74 sacks in the season? Man.
78
sacks in the season, man. Just make your mouth drop.
The key to Eagles, they got to stop Kelsey. They got to focus on Kelsey because we got our top 4 corners, I believe, can cover their receivers. We got 4 corners.
Oh, yeah, Kelsey going to get his regardless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's the key. It's just like I was saying about Kittles this last week. Got to stop Kittles. Kelsey, he totally different guy. He totally different. He one of the top tight ends to ever play. So he's the key. Stopping Kelsey. Yeah. So it'll be a good one.
Oh yeah, I mean it's gonna be a good one.
Yes, I think it's gonna be a high scoring game itself. I see 34-31.
Yeah, that could very well be. It could be something like that. Yeah.
I see 40.
That's what I see.
30. I see like 40-30 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's gonna be sunny in Arizona.
It's gonna be warm. It's gonna be warm.
As Kenny was talking about, they only put up 23 points. They were playing on cold conditions and a little snow.
It was cold.
In Kansas City, it ain't gonna be cold in Arizona. It's gonna be hot.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be hot.
I just hope it. A lot of times when we say it's gonna be a good game, it turned out to be 20-17. Something like that. 17-13. I don't want to see that. I hope it turns about. out just the way people think it's gonna turn out. A real good game.
Well, hopefully it ain't one of those things where, like you say, I mean, Philly, they got this good team and they've been dominant, but hopefully they don't get too big. Kansas City's been there. Their coaching's been there.
It ain't gonna be. It ain't too. It ain't too big for him.
That's a fan of you. I'm looking right at this camera. That's a fan that you say.
I follow the Eagles, and Jalen Hurts is not going to allow them. And remember, they got 5 guys on that team that been to the Super Bowl. Offensive line coach been to the Super Bowl.
No, so I'm saying as a whole team. I'm saying this whole team. What I'm saying is, yes, Eagles they got this good team, but man, Kansas City, they've been there. They looking to cement themselves in history and get multiple Super Bowls. So it ain't
San Francisco was in the NFC Championship game last year too, and we beat the brakes off of them over the weekend.
Yeah, you got, but you got deep dive that though. Y'all beat the brakes off 31-7.
That
should have been 34-7. I would have won $600. But
are we really comparing? Even if Brock Purdy are we really comparing Brock Purdy to Patrick?
I didn't say no. We talking about being there and not being there. I didn't say nothing about the player. What I'm saying is it's not too big for him. It's not gonna be too big for him.
Because you can. Hey, now on the cool, there has been a game where it got too big for him at the national stage.
For who?
Jalen Hurts.
In college, yeah. I mean, he's a different guy now.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying like I'm not saying that it's be too big, but I'm saying like it could get to that point because he hasn't been there. Whereas Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, they've been there. So I'm saying this story ain't.
He's not that. Okay, he's not that. Number one, he's not that. Not that. In the thing that why I'm gonna tell you why he's not gonna be pressured because they can run the ball 40 times and he don't have to worry about throwing it 40 times. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now if they want to get in there and stack the box, then you got some other guys.
Okay.
You got to contend with. See, it ain't like we got scrubs on the team now. We got them. They got players everywhere. You can go from 1 to 22.
See, yeah.
And they got receivers. They got tight ends. They got running backs. All them guys made Pro Bowl, and half of them made All Pro.
But you can really look at the thing is this Kansas City team. Most of these guys ain't been there before.
Right, Billy. What you just said? They played 8 rookies, right?
Yeah, they're not really.
They had 8 rookies in the fourth quarter, dog.
Yeah, they
4 on offense and 4 on defense.
They may be younger and less ready than most of the other players on the Eagles side.
Bro. I just think that the Kansas City came in with a different mindset this year, bro.
I totally agree with that.
You take Tyreek Hill away, right?
Yeah, that's what they was trying to prove too.
Right, and I'm still gonna throw for 5,000 yards and win NFL MVP, and I'm gonna beat Cincinnati.
Oh yeah. He's that guy. He's that guy.
Right, and it's a quarterback league.
But so everybody knows.
Right. So now
going into this game. Oh, go ahead, Billy. Go ahead.
So now is he gonna is he gonna match the intensity? Is Jalen Hurts gonna match Patrick Mahomes' intensity? Because Patrick Mahomes' intensity is gonna be against the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it's gonna boil down to: the Eagles versus Mahomes.
Right, but see, this is the thing with this. Jalen Hurts just needs to be Jalen, who he's been all year.
15 out of 25, 125 ain't gonna win that game, bro.
Wait a minute. Listen to what I'm saying. Remember that he didn't have 300 some yard games this year though, so we're not acting like he can't throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna
But
ask
he
y'all
hasn't
this
looked good
question.
since he come off that shoulder injury.
But I'm gonna ask y'all this question: if Jalen Hurts throws for 150, they still got a chance to win.
Yeah, agreed.
If Kansas City, if Patrick Mahomes don't throw for 350, they not winning.
Yeah.
Now
So
it's gonna come down to
lies.
turnovers. It's gonna come down
Right.
to turnovers, man. Who's gonna win that turnover battle?
Right.
Yeah.
So when throwing it 50 times, you have more chances to turn it over than when you
Man,
run it.
he threw the ball 40. He threw the ball 46 times, and the Cincinnati Bengals didn't even touch it. A DB,
Well, he gonna get touched. It's gonna
linebacker,
get touched
a
in the Super
defensive
Bowl.
lineman, a safety, a cornerback. Nobody even touched the ball. Only
It'll
his
get
receivers touched it.
It'll get touched. It'll get touched in the Super Bowl.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it'll get touched. It'll get touched. Now, I rock with the best quarterback all the time, but not this time. Not this time. I'm obvious because I'm an Eagle fan, but I just think they different this year. They don't they're a little bit different.
Two juggernauts.
Sometimes you can be different and get all the way to the Super Bowl.
Rightfully so.
Sometimes you can be different, get all the way to the Super Bowl, and then it ends in I mean, I'm not being funny.
We know you're a Cowboy fan. You was hoping you lost y'all get a home
No. I went with the Eagles last week, so it ain't about being a Cowboy fan.
No choice. You want to revenge on San Francisco. You want to revenge on San Francisco.
It wasn't an option.
No, so last week, I this is what I said. I said Philly. I felt Philly was gonna dominate the game. That's what I said. I felt they were gonna dominate. I spoke it like that. So this week I'm saying I feel like just the experience of Mahomes and Reed together, they're going to prevail. And that's all I'm saying. I'm saying the coach and the quarterback. Yeah, they might have 8 rookies. They might be younger. But I'm just saying. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, we all entitled for our predictions, and hey, the game got to play out. And at the end of the day,
the last time we played against the greatest coach and quarterback with a bag up in a second-year coach. How that turned out?
Say, man, who are you talking about?
Talking about the Patriots and Eagles.
Who the GOAT? In Belichick. Bag up quarterback in a second-year coach.
Y'all did. Y'all had an offensive genius coach going against an offensively genius coach in Andy Reid. Come on now.
Look, I know you want him to lose because if Jalen Hurts wins, the pressure is on Dak. So you hope he loses.
No,
if he wins,
the pressure's on him anyway.
More.
But don't get on here talking about that. Oh well, I want to know is
that. See, I don't think you listen to me. I don't never get no excuses. If we lose, it's Jalen Hurts' fault.
How?
He the quarterback. He gonna get the praise if they win.
You can't blame that man. So if he go out there,
who gonna get the praise when they win? When he wins.
If he go out there, for 230,
it don't matter what we think. When they wake up on Monday morning and go to first tape, skip me Shannon. If the Eagles win, it's gonna be because of who?
That's what they gonna say. And like I say, my mama wasn't a cursor, but one of her favorite words is piss on them folks. What they say. We talking about us 7. We talking about us 7 brothers right here. Piss on Stephen A. Piss on Skip crazy self. I'm talking about us. If Jalen Hurts go out there and go for 230 and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and they still lose, I'm not blaming him. He played a heck of a game.
You gotta get it done.
He didn't make that extra play to win the game, bro.
That's right. It's on him. What I tell you, when we played against San Francisco.
So okay, so let's put it like this. So let's put it like this. If he goes down, it's tied 24-24. No, 24-21. He goes down, lead them down to a touchdown to take the lead 28-24. And it's 3 minutes left. And Patrick Mahomes put together a 3-minute drive. And Jalen Hurts had those same exact stats I just gave you. You gonna still blame Jalen Hurts?
I'm gonna give you.
You know what?
Okay, yes, I'm gonna give you. Yes, I'm gonna give
Hey,
you
man,
empirical
say,
data.
whatever y'all smoking, I don't want to ever put in my body.
Hey, Jeff, I'm gonna give you
That's just
empirical
the way
data.
it is, man.
I'm gonna give you Jeff. I'm gonna
That's
give
just
you
the way it
empirical
goes.
data, right? I'm gonna give you recent history, empirical data. When 13 seconds was left, and Patrick Mahomes took them down and won that divisional game last year, who took the blame for not winning?
No, the defense. Nobody blamed. Nobody blamed Josh Allen. No, they
Bro,
did not.
Say, man, Josh
No,
Allen
they
has
did
lost
not.
to Patrick Mahomes.
Nobody blamed Josh Allen for that loss. Yeah, nobody blamed him for that loss.
Man, bro.
And that's hey.
Yeah, nah.
Billy.
This is what Billy is saying. He's not
the
saying
quarterback goes against the defense, but the narrative is QB1 versus QB1.
He didn't make them.
But they didn't do that. They didn't do that in that game.
This year, Josh Allen fucked up, but not last year.
No, yeah. Nobody blamed
Mahomes in the playoffs.
But last year, it was.
No,
that's what they're gonna say.
See,
they didn't say that though.
You could use that. You could use that analogy, Billy,
They didn't say that
in baseball because the pitcher is throwing it to a batter. But you can't use that. You can't use that in football where Mahomes and Josh Allen. It was who had the ball last, and that's why they changed the overtime rule.
Right, and that said, Jeff, the narrative up to Sunday morning was Burrow has beat Mahomes 3 times.
Right.
That's
not the Burrow beat Kansas City. He beat Mahomes. That's what he's saying.
We know all that, but I'm saying y'all. I know y'all. Everybody on here is pretty educated. We all got some kind of degree behind us. We all pretty smart. But I'm saying y'all come on with all that narrative stuff. Let's talk real with us. I care less what Skip and Shannon on Undisputed and say. And I'm talking about us. Let's be real. I'm saying you shouldn't blame him. Said as an Eagle fan, if he does his job, he puts them in the lead, and then. And he goes with the lead. It's like, you might say, oh, as the coach, we shouldn't have left him with more seconds on the clock. Like you say, don't leave Rodgers, Brady, and Breeze and all in with more seconds on the clock. Then you can say that. But I'm saying
this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say to that, Jeff. And I'm serious. Playing a guy like Mahomes, right? Can't kick field goals.
Right.
You got to take care of your business and put it in the end zone.
I agree with that.
So if it's 24-21, I mean, if it's 24-27, he go up 20. Hey, he ain't scored enough touchdowns. He got to get down there and get him touchdowns, man.
So let me give you a scenario right quick. If he putting the ball on the money, they in the red zone. He have three plays like this, 3 red zone appearances. And he throwing it, hit A.J. Brown right in the hands. They have to settle for a field goal. Go down again. It hit Devontae Smith in the hands. They got settled for a field goal. He go down, and the same thing happened. They have to settle for a field goal, and they lose. Are you gonna sit there and blame Jalen Hurts?
No, I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna say.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, it's whoever the face is of the team.
That's who they gonna put it on.
That's who they gonna put it on. If he can get the praise when they win,
hey man.
He got to take the pressure when they
That's
lose.
the way of the world.
We talk about Dak.
That's the way it is.
We talk about Dak. So let me ask you this: if we would lost against Tampa Bay, they would blame Dak or they blame that raggedy kicker.
Dak.
Okay, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Let's bring it real close to home. Let's bring it, Jeff. Let's bring it real close to home, all right? We all men on here. Something happened in your family, who gonna get the blame?
It depends on the situation.
I was gonna say, if my man, when I was married and my daughter did something, I was held firmly accountable for that.
This is how it is.
Hey, check it. But I have empirical data right here for you, Jeff. When Jalen Hurts threw that ball to AJ Brown against Washington, the ball went through AJ Brown's hands and landed in the Washington DB's hands. Right at the end of the year, we don't go and cancel out that stat. Right, we just look at it like what you did with Russell Wilson, 40 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. Well, how many of those was really actual interceptions by Russell Wilson? How many of them was tipped off of his hands? But he was blamed for those interceptions on the stat sheet.
Well, that's what I say, and that's another thing I think they need to change. If it ain't blatantly your fault, it should count as interception.
It don't work like that.
Hey. Well, I'm
like that.
No. See, you're not hearing me, man.
I'm hearing you.
I can hear
exactly
Jimmy.
What you're saying.
I can hear Jimmy. You know, he said a white man can't jump. I can hear Jimmy. You're not hearing me, man. I'm saying I know it don't work like that, but I'm saying if the ball hit me in my hands and it's there, and I tip it up and I'm saying yes, it still should count as an interception on the stat sheet for the defender and his stats. But it shouldn't go on the quarter. It shouldn't go on the quarterback, because we know a quarterback can have 20 interceptions, but maybe five of those wasn't his fault.
But you can go down the list of quarterbacks who played great in the playoffs and lost, and they don't get blamed. Nobody blamed Drew Brees for the loss that they took to the Vikings. Neither time. Everybody talked about the pass interference, but nobody blamed Drew Brees. Nobody said anything about Josh Allen last year.
That's what I'm saying.
They talked about the defense.
Exactly.
And how the defense gave it up in 13 seconds. Barely anybody on any show I watch actually blamed the Bengals quarterback. Burrow for their loss.
He threw 2 picks, bro.
But you did not hear that on. I look at First Take and Undisputed every single day. Every day. Even when I'm in my classroom. Nobody said anything about the way Burrow played.
Because he still had a chance to win that game. Even though
that's my point. Yeah, When a quarterback plays well enough to put the team in the position to win the game, nobody blamed Burrow. They blamed that dummy who got the penalty at the end of the game. Like we try to create this narrative as if when a quarterback plays well and they lose, they blame the quarterback. No, not most of the time. Most of the time they look at who actually lost them the game. We had a quarterback,
the Steelers in Big Ben. Never won a Super Bowl MVP. But yet when they talk about Super Bowl wins, who do they say? Big Ben.
Yeah, because he was also the one that got y'all there, and Big Ben never played bad at the Super Bowl.
Yes, he did.
He may have not got MVP. What Super Bowl did he play bad in?
The one against Seattle. The one that he didn't score.
I forgot about that.
They said he scored a touchdown and he was a half a yard short.
Yep, I forgot about that.
They go blame. They go do that with the pitcher. I mean, they go. This pitcher can go out there and throw good, but it's the outfield that caught the saving home run. And they ain't go glorify the outfield. They gonna talk about the pitcher. I mean, we know that, but I'm saying with common sense, reality, you can't always put on the quarterback. That's just what it is. We know that. But people that got enough common sense know it ain't always the quarterback. Like
Yeah, because even Sunday, we seen that. Like Jalen Hurts, he looked like he was Dak without throwing the picks. Throwing off target, missing wide open receivers. Like, he didn't. That defense won that game. That defense and that running game. And that's what people talked about. Did nobody say, man, Jalen Hurts out there killing? No, he wasn't.
Now, you know
and
what they
nobody
said,
with
Kendall?
that goal even said that.
You know what they said?
What?
He controlled the game. He managed the game. That's what they said.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, really? That's what he. So he went from an MVP candidate to a game manager. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, well,
it's
I'm
not
just
like
saying.
nobody ever said that. Well, he was the reason they won, or he played lights out, or look at Hurts out there. They was like, oh no, this dude didn't play well. Let's talk about the defense in the run game, and that's from get up on. It's just do quarterbacks get the too much?
That's all me and Billy's saying. That's just the nature of it. They're gonna get it when they win, and they're gonna get it when they lose. Because if we're gonna go back to Kansas City and Buffalo, at some point I can almost guarantee somebody went back and dissected that game and said, well, Josh Allen should have did this. He didn't take advantage of this. That's just how it is.
Well, I know Larry he don't want to comment on it, but he in that round with coaching and he works at the school. But we always ought to talk about why does Samples and Mathis just both won their first championship. Right. But Mathis would get dogged out. And you don't hear nothing about Samples.
Yeah, you do.
No, not as much. Not as much.
No, you're talking to somebody
I know you, but I'm talking about what Larry hears because he been coaching with Mathis for a while. That's what I'm talking about.
He works with him. I work with Samples. Yes, they do. They dog Samples.
Not as much as Mathis though.
Well,
why? Because he's in the room with Mathis. I was in the room with Samples. Yes, they did. They killed Samples.
Where at though?
Yeah, the media did.
Not the media.
I'm talking about the school.
That's not
the media.
The media doesn't. You go.
No, they kill Mathis.
The barbershop we go to, you'll hear parents say, "Oh, he's a great motivator."
Oh, he can't coach.
That's what they call. Some people call Mathis a great motivator.
At least Sam, he might not win, but he'll go. And
you know why? That's because y'all on that side.
I was on that side as well.
Side. Say it. No, you wasn't on the barbershop. They killed Samples, man.
Oh, okay. So prime example is look at Coach Todd. Todd don't say nothing about Samples when he lose. Nobody say nothing about him. But let Mathis lose. But a whole deal.
Well, but see now you know what that is. You know what that is.
I know he came from coaching with him.
No. That's a respect thing because now Coach Todd he won't dare talk about Samples to the public, but you know what he will do?
What?
Call one of us and say, man, and talk about it. I'm telling you the truth. That's
what I'm saying. I'm saying that's the difference.
That's respect.
I'm saying respect. The difference is Mathis get bashed in the media versus
because they don't respect it for whatever reason.
But that's what
I'm saying. So is bashing them like that, they don't respect it.
They both lost some games to the great Kyler Murray and out some questionable calls. So that's what we be saying. Why he don't get the same media bashing that Mathis get. So it goes back to this quarterback thing. Why we can't get these quarterbacks? You know, if they do enough to win, but they defense or special teams that are down.
We know that's true, but it's this way the league. This way it's set up.
But I'm saying I'm saying out your own mouth though. About 13 minutes ago, you said if y'all don't win,
if we don't win the game,
It's Jalen Hurts.
It's all on Jalen Hurts. It's on Jalen Hurts. Want me
He
to tell you
lost-
why?
He
Want
lost
me
to Patrick.
Let me tell you
He
why.
lost to Patrick Mahomes.
Want me to tell you why he is on Jalen Hurts?
Why?
Because he's the leader. He's the one talking to the team. It's on him. He's talking to the defense.
Crazy.
That's just the way it is. That's just it might not be right, but
Yeah,
that's
both
just the
of
way
both
it
of
is.
y'all got points. Both of y'all got points. It might not be right, but that's just the way it is. But then again, you can't sit and
Hey,
blame
Jeezy,
no for it.
when you walk out the room and you leave your quarterback in there with the other players,
You say that so again.
if you walk out the locker room, you
Uh,
get prepared for a game and you walk out the locker room and you come back and they acting a fool before the game. Now you're gonna say something to the team, but who you gonna get on the hardest? The captains or the team?
shoot, the captains.
Okay, then
I'm gonna get on the captains.
you're gonna get on the captains.
That's because they were they voted. But
No.
what I'm saying, you can't do that, man. You can't.
What?
You can't do that.
So,
Yeah,
so
because see, if that was the logic, the logic is simply flawed. It's like horrible.
I mean, that's
Because
it is. That's the way
if
it
that's
is.
the case, then you automatically nobody should pick the Eagles to win this Super Bowl because Patrick Mahomes is 3 times better than Jalen Hurts. And so if that's the logic,
he is.
He
is 3 times better quarterback, but in his system, Jalen Hurts run his system just as good as Patrick Mahomes run his system.
No,
right?
he doesn't. No,
Yes,
no,
he does.
not at all. No,
He only lost.
Jalen Hurts will never. Jalen Hurts will never.
No,
Jalen Hurts will never throw for 5,000.
No. That's not what I'm saying, Kenan. I didn't say.
Hold on, listen. I'm not just going there. I'm getting ready to go to wins and losses as well, because we're talking about a guy who's been to 5 straight, and I'll put 2 months of my paycheck up on the table. Nobody got to bet me nothing. I give it to you if the Eagles make 5 straight.
Now, see, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
That's how good. That's how good Patrick Mahomes is, though. He's good and wins that many games.
But what I'm saying, he's running his system this year just as good as he's running his.
But see, said we talk about. That's why I go back to the quarterback. That's why I say it's gonna be tough for him, man, to win his game because. We talk about how trash. You talk about how Dak and all that. Let's look at what Mahomes went through. Look at the quarterbacks he had to go through to get to where he at, and look at the quarterback that Jalen Hurts had to go through. Since it's all on the quarterback now.
You're right, because I'm gonna tell you something. If the Eagles go out there and they win this game, if Jalen Hurts, hold on, wait. If they win this game in the Super Bowl, and Jalen Hurts throws for 150 yards, who do you think they're gonna be talking about the most?
Jalen Hurts.
Okay,
that's
all I'm saying. No.
Yes, they are. That's what they've been doing this whole week.
Hold on.
They've been talking. They've been talking more about.
Let me go to the paper, Kendi.
Yeah, I know it, Jeff. Listen. You already know. I look at this stuff all day, every day.
Trent
especially now.
Trent Dilfer with the Ray Lewis defense. I got a Ray Lewis jersey in my closet. But before I left that college campus, I said that defense of Baltimore. I bet if my good friend that's from Mississippi, he was a Giant fan. I said that defense of Baltimore go win the game for him. Trent Dilfer was he was like, I ain't saying Jalen Hurts better than Trent Dilfer, but they credit that Baltimore defense for that Super Bowl.
Denver with Payton Manning, same thing.
And Payton Manning is he's a hell of a lot better than Jalen Hurts.
Russell Wilson. True. Russell Wilson with the same thing. This defense, if Jalen Hurts, the same way he played this mediocre game on Sunday, nobody talked about him. they talk about their defense and that run game.
Hey man, hold on, Jeff. You said whatever we smoking, we don't want. Whatever y'all snorting, we don't want.
For real.
Yeah, he said smoking. I was gonna say injecting, because y'all injecting. Whatever y'all using, y'all using some needles too, because y'all crazy. If y'all
that's where it's set up, man. That's the way it's set up.
What I'm saying.
I think it's set up like that when it's. I think it's set up. I put it like this. I think it's set up like that when you have these quarterbacks who are like mouth dropping. So it was this whole thing of Burrow lost to Mahomes, or Mahomes finally beat Burrow, but nobody said Jalen Hurts beat Johnson. Nobody said that. We wouldn't, even if they did, we would call them crazy. But I still think it's gonna be a blowout. But I just still think because I always say the most talented team in the Super Bowl wins. I cannot remember the opposite happening.
And what I'm, like me and Billy saying, nobody's saying it's fair what they do, but that's just what they do. And I'm not talking about us. I'm just talking about the media, period. They talk about Jalen Hurts all the time. Can he get it done? They saying, can he get it done? When we clearly know they got a good team, but they still say, can he get it done? They don't say, can the Eagles get it done? They say, can Jalen Hurts get it done?
Because kind of, if you really look at it, he's the only question mark.
So that's all we saying, right? So if they lose, who they gonna go to? They gonna go to him.
No,
if they win, they gonna go to him.
But I'm trying to get you to understand, as a fan and somebody to talk, we can't worry about them. I'm talking about you saying if Jalen Hurts still play a good game, but you say you go blame him. That's what I'm trying to. That's all I'm saying.
He got to get it done Sunday.
So okay, I asked you a legit question. You still. That's why
I get it done.
That's why as a professor, I give you an F, because the question I asked you is
he got to get it done.
The question I asked you is if he go out there, throw, and I just say I give a different stat, 3 touchdowns. He's doing everything. He did everything, and they scored to take the lead. Every time he get in the red zone, they score 7. He don't throw no picks. He don't have no fumbles. He rushed for, say, 75 yards. He have a typical rushing game for Jalen Hurts. He goes up, I say, 28-24 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. And then Patrick Magic Mahomes goes down there and wins the game with 5 seconds left. And they lose what, 31-28?
28.
So you will come on the podcast.
I'm not gonna come on here and bash him.
You go still blame him.
What he's saying is,
yes. You know why? Because he had more than 4 possessions.
You gotta get it done, man.
You know,
you gotta get it done.
He had more than 4 possessions.
I'm not gonna get on here and say, man, Jalen Hurts, he lost that game, he did, he that, but he got to get it done.
He did not make enough plays.
But Billy, you know, we know all that. We can't say that, man. He did enough to win. At some point, sometime, this great 78 sack defense, 78 sacks. If y'all go out there with 1 minute 30 seconds left, and y'all and he's got the drive, and you talking about this great defense right now with 78 sacks, and you Negroes, you 12D can't give me a stop. I'm blaming y'all regular tail.
They gonna they gonna say that.
Not Eagle fly on it.
They gonna definitely say that. But guess what? they gonna say that. They gonna say that they shouldn't have left that much time on the clock, but they also gonna fall back on Jalen Hurts left too much time on the clock.
Whoever I need to write, send email to get on first take, undisputed, whatever. Because I tell them the same thing.
Hey, that's just the way it is, man.
I tell them the same thing. Because if I give you a minute 30 left and my 78 sack defense that I done went out and paid all this money for my 12 deep, y'all can't give me a stop. I'm blaming the defense.
Man, I'm just saying if he went out there and had them Kirk Cousins stats against the Giants, what was he, 31 or 35?
Yeah.
Like that ain't.
So
I mean, good Lord, what else can you do?
Who did Nick Foles beat in the Super Bowl? Who did Nick Foles beat in the Super Bowl?
Nick Foles, Jared Goff. He beat Brady.
Tom Brady.
He beat Brady.
He beat Tom Brady.
Now he threw for a record 505 yards.
So
Brady, yo.
So let's.
And you didn't hear nobody say. You didn't hear nobody. Nobody blame Brady for that loss.
Because it's impossible to blame Brady for a player who threw for over 500 yards. It's impossible to blame him for that. It was defense.
That's what we're saying, though. Even if Jalen Hurts goes out and throws for 300 yards, 250, 3 touchdowns, no picks, you're gonna blame him for a loss this close? That's crazy.
If you remember that Super Bowl game, Brady fumbled the ball, and then the Eagles turned around and scored a touchdown.
Field goal.
Put him up.
Field goal.
And they scored it. And
they scored the touchdown before that, but they kicked the field goal.
Turn around, kick the field goal.
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't Brady go right back down and drive and they scored?
They did.
Nope.
They did. They sure did.
After the field goal.
After the field goal, when they got the ball back, they only had like maybe 40-some seconds on the clock.
I'm thinking Statue of Liberty or whatever that was. Not Statue of Liberty.
Oh, you talking about right before halftime?
Yeah.
Right before half. No, that's right before the half. That was the last. They didn't score. They didn't score.
Yeah. But still, nobody talks about, like, nobody blames Brady for, he didn't get it done. Because everybody's gonna, the whole if you're not gonna make a mistake, that means there's no defense out there.
But see, this might sound crazy.
The defense gonna make some kind of stop.
This gonna sound crazy what I'm about to say, but it's levels to this stuff, man. You can't blame Brady. He got, at the time he had 6 Super Bowls. They ain't gonna blame him because they done seen him do it. You know what I mean? So them go back to the situation where Jeff came up with. If Jalen Hurts give him the ball back with 1:20 left, the narrative is going to be what he left too much time on the clock. I'm not, that's not on Hurts. That's on the coach. Nobody's going to say Hurts left too much time on the clock. And if somebody's wide open, nobody's going to say Hurts should have threw that pass or Brown caught that pass, he should have dove down. No, because he got to score. But your defense has at some point. That's what right.
And that's what
yes, they do. They do. They have to stop but it just Eli in the catch. You don't talk about that catch. I mean, they talk about it, but Eli beat Brady. Right?
Oh no, they talk from my standpoint. They talk more about their defense beating Brady. I remember them talking about their front four and them defensive ends.
Those are subtopics. The main narrative is Eli Manning is a Brady slayer.
Right.
Yeah, once you beat them twice, then you know you can run with that narrative. But that first Super Bowl, wasn't nobody. What did Eli throw for?
Well, we can say it like this: they get too much praise and they get too much blame.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's all we're seeing. That's what we're seeing. That's all we're seeing.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
Just say who if you recall, you're an Eagle fan, so you should know this. Who had the last drive in that Philly versus Patriots Super Bowl?
New England. 40-something seconds left.
And guess what? Brady did not throw a pick that game. And they lost by 8.
Right.
He threw for 505 yards. He was 28 for 48.
Right.
505 with 3 touchdowns.
Right. Okay.
How many fumbles did he have?
They don't show that on the stats. They don't show it on these stats. I don't know. That's why
he fumbled once in the last minute or something. 2 minutes. He fumbled.
Yeah, and I mean Nick Foles threw one. He threw 3 for 1. He had three touchdowns, 1 pick.
Right.
So I mean he had enough. We don't know what transpired on that last drive. Who anybody drop anything? What the case may be, but he did enough to win. He just he lost that day. And so I mean, like I said, you shouldn't always blame the quarterback. That's just my thing. Should always
some things in life
just
come with all the pressure, and that's one of them. And that's how it is. We can say what we want to say about it. They get too much praise, they get too much blame. They just it might not be right, but that's just the way it is.
Ain't nobody else making 40, 45, $50 million a year other than the quarterback, though.
Well, you know, that's not their fault either.
No, that's the way it's set up.
Right.
All right. So if you don't want that type of pressure, you don't be a quarterback. That's just the way it is.
Yep.
I don't think it's the pressure. I don't think it's the pressure at all. I think it's the horrible narratives that people try to run with.
Right.
Of
that's
course,
what I'm saying.
the TV
That's where the pressure
guys
comes from. That's where the pressure comes from. The narratives of it. You know, because they're
I don't
even
think most QBs really feel the pressure. The media.
I do.
I think they feel that. I think they feel that pressure. I think they feel that pressure when them lights hit, when them crowds get loud, when they when they get touched, and it feel like a car hit them. That's when that pressure set in. I don't think, because they understand. They understand that the media most of the media say stupid stuff. Your top sports media guys, which are, of course, Stephen A. Smith, and then Skip and Shannon. Shannon probably the only one that says anything with sense. Him and Dan Orlovsky.
Man, they have national podcasts, bro. They have that's what it is. It's their commentary.
Exactly. And so I don't think
commentary. And so they have, in the production meetings, they looking to say alarming things to keep people engaged. That's what they do in production meetings.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And I don't think quarterbacks look at that and be like, oh my God, I can't. Stephen A. said this. I'm getting tight now. I don't even think high school kids even feel that type of pressure. Most of the ones I run into or was teaching, Man, they would come tell me when they were gonna lose a game and when they were gonna win one. And then finally just call me like, we're gonna win state. We there. And then it just didn't care. I think though when the lights hit, I think that's what separates your tier ones, twos, and threes.
Oh yeah, it does.
And
It definitely does.
Yeah.
But they hear the chirping during the week.
Sure do.
but I still think
The-
I've never yet, and somebody, if y'all can help me, I don't ever remember a Super Bowl where like the most talented team didn't win besides the Randy Moss and Brady Super Bowl.
Right. Man, I believe, right? I believe Patrick Mahomes got tired of hearing all week long
But
he's
Burrow,
0-3 against Burrow. Patrick Mahomes said, I'm playing this. I believe Patrick Mahomes went out there and said, I'm playing this game, dog. Come hell or high water. We can put, I don't care who's playing. I play this dude and we're gonna win this game. Because he got tired of all that chirping of 0-3 on the news cycle at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. Come Sunday. He hears it, bro.
Yeah.
Or it could have just easily been that the Bengals start talking too much.
That as well. Like
Because I don't even have to listen to the media. You start saying you calling my stadium Burrowhead. Oh yeah, you got to get all. You're gonna see all of me now.
Right.
They
hear that chirping.
Into your chirping, he gonna get tired of hearing about these 78 sacks from the Eagles defensive front.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm still though.
hey
So,
Jeff,
hold on. Okay, so let me
Jeff, I know why
Lord.
you want him to lose.
Nah, man, you can say it all day. You can say how
Come on,
much y'all
man.
win all
Hey,
day.
I can see the stars in your eyes, man.
Let me look at this now.
I can see the stars in your eyes. Jeff.
So let me ask you this: do you want to wait till the 7th to make your predictions, or we gonna go ahead and make our prediction now?
You don't even have to ask me. We want some different stuff.
I'm talking about everybody else. Do everybody else need another week?
No.
Hey, look. I'm gonna tell you like
wait.
this. Look, he gonna win in the Super Bowl, and Jalen Hurts gonna get the MVP. Patrick Mahomes had the season MVP.
Okay, so hold on. I already
You want me?
said that.
You want me to give you another prediction? Want me to give you another one?
Yeah.
I play Mahomes. That's gonna be better.
Hey, hold that cup. What's that? Is that water or is that vodka?
I'm gonna give you another. See, guess what? I can say this about my quarterback, but you can't say it about yours. Right?
What?
The only thing you can say, he gonna throw some picks. Now, he might throw a pick or two in the big game. That's what you can say about that. But he gonna outplay Patrick Mahomes. He gonna throw for 200. He gonna run for another 100.
Hold that bottle up, man.
That's it.
Hold that bottle. What is that?
It's water.
He definitely gonna run for 100.
He gonna run for 100, coach, and he gonna throw for 200.
So I feel like this. You and Chris, y'all tied at 10.
He gonna be a Vince Young.
Vince Young, you against USC. That's what we're gonna look at.
You and Chris
we're gonna change the scope of the NFL quarterback on February 12th.
Y'all at 10-2 on y'all picks. So
who that? Who that?
They
I'm gonna wait till next week to give me my pick.
You gonna wait till next week?
So where am I at, Jeff?
Billy at 9-3.
Okay.
You, Jonathan, Larry, and Kendall 9-3. Me and Rob, we sitting ugly.
Cause I could never pick a Dallas Cowboy to win. I never will. I never have and never will pick a Cowboy to win.
What's my pick, Jeff?
You at 10-2.
Man, you 10-2, Jay. Man, you 10-2.
So pinning on this last game determine who because next year, like said was mentioning when we on episode 150, because next year we gonna start out at the very beginning with our picks.
Man, you gonna be picking against the Cowboys then. You gonna be picking against them.
Hey, I got Kansas City, Jeff. I got the Chiefs.
Oh boy.
I got the Chiefs, Jeff.
So Billy, you talking about the Cowboy?
I never have and I never will.
But you know what, Billy? If you would have went with the Cowboys that first round, you'd have been at 10-2. You went the Bucks, buddy.
No, dog.
See?
Hey, man, I'd rather eat a cactus than to pick the Cowboys to win.
That's good, man. That's good.
Man, I could never.
Yeah, not no wrong.
I'm going.
Not wrong.
I'm going Chiefs. Chris said
I'm going Eagles.
Hey, Ken.
Every game I see is big.
He finna play out. He finna play Mahomes, man. He finna throw for 200 and run for 100, man.
I wouldn't doubt it. Just because the Eagles defense that good. Mahomes is in for something this week. People just need to understand it. And I tell you one thing. If y'all go back and look at every game I say it's going to be a blowout, it's been one. This one ain't going to be no different.
Hey, man.
This is.
I ain't taking nothing from Mahomes. I just think Eagles, but just all playing aside, taking nothing from Mahomes, I just think Eagles a better team. I just think they're a better team.
But if he was fully healthy, I would pick a closer game. I would still have the Eagles, but it would be much closer, and Mahomes would be out there going nuts. I just don't think his ankle's gonna be all the way right.
We already
He's gonna get that shot.
And he got that Larry. He been talking about fly, Eagle fly, and talking about he didn't put his name in the transfer protocol.
You already know.
He going with the Eagles.
He going Eagles.
I'm gonna tell you like this. For our Super Bowl party, I ain't letting you have no wild cherry Pepsi.
Hey, I might come over there with an Eagle shirt on.
Hey,
I'm gonna bring you one.
I let you the door. I don't discriminate.
And it won't be
I'll let you in the door.
Shirt if I do.
He said, "I'll let you in the door." And oh Lord, this is gonna be an interesting Super Bowl.
Hey, the Mangrum house is always rocking Super Bowl. We typically have one. I think the only time we didn't have one was I think we had one COVID. We still had one, but I know said you probably be celebrating with your family, but hey, I sent out the invite, so hey, it's up to y'all.
Hey, Jeff, you remember the Dream Team documentary? What they said Michael Jordan did in the practice, he just murdered everybody in the practice, right? So when the practice was over, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird was like, "Hey, it's a new sheriff in town, man. New sheriff in town. Hey, it's a new sheriff in town, man." I'm telling you. Hey,
it's just hilarious.
He got something ready, man.
Kenny, I'm going live. Pre-game, halftime, and after the game.
And yeah, we don't want to hear nothing about Cowboys, man, until September. We don't even talk about the Cowboys no more. We through talking about the Cowboys, man.
No, we going live.
Nah, man. Let's take the Cowboys off our future time out with Jeff. Let's take them off.
Hey, we going live Super Bowl. Going live. But listen, you got to hear the Cowboys. We got to talk about the draft. We got to talk about all that. So you gonna hear the Cowboys, man. Only time you gonna hear the Cowboy when we get on basketball season.
You'll sneak him in there some kind of way. LeBron gonna hit a three. I think that could have.
Hey man, I don't want to hear nothing about LeBron whining and having a hissing fit over a foul.
That was a foul, man. It should have gave that man that foul.
I ain't said it wasn't no foul, but that's like a
Hey man, but he should have took that pacifier out of his mouth first, though. He was crying like a baby, man. He was crying like a baby, man. He's too grown for that, man.
Before y'all get off,
that dude 20 years in, he 20 seasons in, dog. He 20 seasons in.
Hold on. What'd you say, Larry?
No, I was gonna say, Jeff, I know y'all were talking about Baltimore and their defense. I was gonna say on February 5th, ESPN got a 30 for 30 called the Bullies of Baltimore coming on with Ray Lewis.
Oh, dude.
Out in So that's something to watch out for. Look out.
So, it's gonna be a good one there.
Yeah, Bullies of Baltimore, 2000 Ravens. It's a documentary.
Okay.
So Jonathan, who you going with? You going with Eagles or Chiefs?
That's a hard one, dude. Like, I mean,
you
Philly,
got time.
Yeah, but I picked Philly, but man, you can't put.
Are you going with Philly? I don't want to hear you. You can change it later on. I can scratch it out. You going with Philly? You going with the Chiefs? You want to wait like Chris another week to get on your knees and pray about it?
No, these ain't my team, so I have to pray about it. But yeah, no, I go with Philly. I go with Philly.
Smart man.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris say he go wait a while. Okay.
Jeff, who you going with? You should be going with Philly.
Why should
that's a Cowboy fan, man. He ain't gonna never pick Philly. Only reason he picked Philly.
Why should I be going with Philly?
NFC.
Man, you act like we talking about DFW around here or something.
Hey Jeff has said, honestly, if the Bengals would have won, I would have picked the Bengals.
Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know you'd have picked them.
Yeah.
You've been on the Bengals all year.
Yep, and I was right until a couple of days ago.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
That's like I said, man. The obvious pick is the Chiefs, man, because of Mahomes. That's the obvious pick,
right?
Because of Mahomes.
Because I think.
But it's not gonna happen this time, man. It's not gonna happen this. Not this year.
It's a quarterback league, as we already established.
Yep.
Jaden Hurts quarterback.
So
he is not. He is not out playing Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes done won the Super Bowl, done lost one, dog.
I mean, now why do you guys don't think he cannot play him in this game? He can outplay him.
Yeah, he can. He can do a lot of things. Hey, I can, I will, I must succeed every day.
Because when you talk about outplaying, you got to look at who had a better defense, who have the hardest obstacle to overcome. Patrick Mahomes do, not Jalen Hurts.
Right.
So he can outplay him. He can easily throw for 200 yards and easily run for 100. He can do that.
So what do you think Patrick Mahomes gonna throw for?
If he have time, you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Don't act like the Eagles don't have dogs on the other side of the ball.
No, they do.
So
they do.
So, and you got to understand, he ain't got Tyreek out there anymore to stretch the field. Only thing, he got an intermediate guy in Kelsey.
He got Juju. Hey, he got an ex-Steeler. That's why Billy and ultimately Chris go with the Chiefs because they got an ex-Steeler on the team in Juju. Hey, Juju on that beat. Juju on that beat.
Hey, we got a good secondary. We got a good pass rush. So he got a good nickel back. You got
That's
what I'm saying. We got two nickels now since our bag of safety's been we got 29 who's the original nickel, but Gardner Johnson been playing nickel too, and the 32 been playing safety. So they got four guys who can cover their receivers, right? Then you throw the pass rush in on top of that, so he can outplay him.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
He can outplay him.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah,
that's what I said earlier.
Because that defense haven't faced this type of quarterback all year.
Huh?
This defense haven't faced his quarterback all year.
Who?
Philly's defense.
They faced
it. They had replaced it.
They have not faced this type of quarterback all year.
Well, not one as good as him, but they have faced someone on his level in Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Right?
Really?
What you mean, really?
Did we just say talk about quarterbacks having a down year?
He's not trash though.
He was trash. But you hold on. You talked about with Brady. Talking about that ain't the same Brady. This wasn't the same Rodgers. You talk about me being a homer. You talk about me being a homer. You the same way
with and guess what, Billy? Kansas City hadn't faced a running quarterback either, besides Allen. They hadn't faced the offense that's like this either. Kansas City haven't. So to sit here and say he can't outplay him in this one game, I'm not saying he's gonna have better stats throughout the year, but he can outplay him in the Super Bowl. He can definitely do that.
He can.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Yeah, he can do that.
So I'd rather say Mahomes is gonna be the best quarterback next Sunday. But time will tell.
So do we want to wait to discuss these topics through the chat throughout the week? Because we don't have to talk about the Super Bowl next week. We don't want to. We can get into something else.
Yeah, we got that locked up, man. We got that locked up.
Yeah,
we can go on to something else.
So yeah, some will come up.
Talk about something else, man.
We can. We'll be back. We'll be back next week on the Super Bowl. The week we got but whatever comes to mind, just we'll talk about it. Some will come up.
Right.
Something. Matter of fact, we'll be close to the trade deadline for NBA.
Yeah, Cowboys been on fire. Somebody else by the end, so we'll have something else to talk about.
Well, I would say now NBA trade deadline on the 9th, so the 7th, we'll some trades might have been happening in the NBA by then, and the trade deadline come up on the 9th. So hey,
more hires, coaching hires too.
More coach out, yeah. So
there'll be some more.
So
who hasn't got a coach yet? Have all the coaches positions been filled?
Indianapolis haven't hired nobody.
Oh yeah, what they waiting on? They done lost out on everybody.
They might circle back to Jeff Saturday.
No, that's who you want for real.
Yeah, for real.
Wow. Yeah, he want. Yeah. Oh.
I don't know about the coach. They done lost out on all the top candidates.
Yeah, I think it's just the coach that need a head coach. The Indiana coach.
Who did Arizona hire?
Oh yeah, Arizona. Yeah,
Arizona. They haven't got nobody yet either.
So
they quiet too. They quiet.
Mm-hmm. They not saying.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why it's gonna probably be hard with them. Is because Kyler Murray said he gonna take his time and he might not be back at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
So whoever get that job, depending on who the quarterback is in the time,
Colt McCoy.
That's what I'm saying, Billy. You got to guarantee this coach. If I'm interviewing for you, your job, I'm telling you, look here. Some in my country, I gotta say, I need at least 2 years. You can't fire me after 1 year because I don't have Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? I don't have my franchise quarterback who we use the number one pick on. So they got to get whoever take that job at least 2 years. You know the NFL notorious for firing a coach after 1 year.
Oh yeah, they will.
Can I ask y'all something? Do y'all think Kyler Murray really want to play football?
I don't. I think he would. I think it's kind of hard for him now. It was so easy for him in college and high school. I don't know if he really had to just grind like he got to do it now. I think he figured out he's not always the best on the field. So I don't think so.
Yeah. At the time, he was trying to play baseball too. He couldn't do it. So
that's probably what he should have done. But
But yeah, they're in the two jobs left over, man. Arizona and the Colts. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. So we can talk about that. Whoever ultimately get that job, those two jobs, if they hire somebody, and so NBA
We're gonna have
trade.
to eventually talk about what Tom Brady gonna land and if Aaron Rodgers gonna leave.
Because you got Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. You got the Jets. You got the Raiders, San Francisco,
and Miami.
Oh yeah.
Dang, all them need quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because I hope Roger leave.
Baltimore might need one too, because they saying something about that Lamar might not be in Baltimore next year.
Man, they did him so dirty, dude.
They did him dirty, man.
And it's crazy because they talked about giving Hurts a bunch of money now. So like, how come Lamar can't get his?
Yeah.
Lamar represents himself pretty much. That's his problem.
His mama is his agent.
Yeah, that's his problem right there.
There is no filter.
Right.
Yeah, I think
if he hire an agent and he hires a good agent, then he probably could get a deal in Baltimore done.
So let me ask y'all this: do y'all think what Jalen Hurts has done this year, did it hurt Lamar or did it help him?
It helped him.
It helped him.
I think it hurt.
Yeah, I think it helped.
It helped him because now
I think it hurt him.
I think he's been in the league longer.
He's been in the league longer, and he hadn't even got out the second round. I think it hurt him.
I'm saying it helped him because now you got to see what like I said, what did Hurts do to like I said, to get better. So you see this quarterback transpire like he did. As a coaching staff, I need to see, okay, what did they do? Like I say, what's the quarterback coach? What else did he do to get better? Look what they did.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. What I think what hurt him right there, because Jalen Hurts went outside the building to get better.
So
I don't know if Lamar have done that.
That's what I'm saying. If he haven't, he need to do that, and then you need to put. We talked about this. Who was he throwing it to? He throwing it to Chris Latimer.
Hey, I was just about to bring that up, right? That I don't know if it hurt or helped. It may even be neutral because Baltimore has been in a holding pattern on getting receiver, whereas the Eagles got Devontae Smith, a Heisman Trophy winner, and then when they got AJ Brown, so they got two number one wide receivers for Jalen Hurts, right? And Baltimore hasn't done anything, for Lamar Jackson.
And on the flip end, you see, just like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts got hurt. We saw how the drop off with the Eagles. The same thing with Lamar Jackson. He gets hurt, and the Ravens plummet. Like, that doesn't do anything but help you with your negotiations. I don't even think he needs an agent.
Yeah, he does.
His problem is he's looking for. Well, see, when people get agents, most agents work for the league or work with somebody with the league, and they don't have your best interests at heart. Those who, like my cousin, played 8 years in NFL. He represented himself through all his contracts, even when he played here in Dallas. And he kept all his money. But what he did, though, and this is what he was telling me when we talked yesterday about Lamar. Lamar is actually looking for that Cleveland Brown type of payday when nobody else is going to get that. And that's because the owners were so pissed off that they gave $250 million guaranteed to anybody. That's what Lamar is looking for. Instead, what he should do is take the 170 and and then just take the incentives, or take 200 and take the incentives. But he's kind of hardballing himself. You know,
So what y'all
I
think the holdup
understand.
is? Why they don't want to pay him? Why y'all think they don't want to pay him? I mean, you know, they're top
I think
notch.
they want to pay him. They just don't want to guarantee him that much.
Right. I mean, why? I mean, why do you think they don't?
Because they don't want to change anything. Listen, I guarantee if they were thinking about bringing in some actual receivers, paying a receiver, drafting somebody, those type of things, it would be different. But they're looking at, hey, this system is working for us, and this is how the Ravens always have operated. This system works for us, and this is what we're going to do. And what we can do is they'll be rolling the dice because, you know, he is in that hurt phase of his career. I mean, we can't, like I say, 3 years, you start looking at 3 years, you know, it went from 3 games to 5 games to, what was this one?
You mean like
game 12?
Yeah, man. So they really kind of, you know, looking at, I don't think they really gonna roll the dice on him, man.
In addition to
And they
that, I
used
also
him
believe,
up.
in addition to that, I believe that he has, you know, by his mother. So in negotiation, you know, the organization is saying all negative things because they want to suppress how much they want to pay.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, and that's her son, Doc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to hear somebody speak negative about yours, just not good.
I know it's too emotional.
It's too emotional. That's why he really needs an agent, so someone who can filter that noise and say, hey man, here are the numbers on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And to get out there and blast the organization out with and don't have to worry about it. Like Drew Rosenhaus.
Right.
Boy,
Say what you want to him
man.
about him. Yeah, he would blast the organization out in a heartbeat
In a
of his
minute.
client.
Mm-hmm.
And
In a minute.
you know, she does it, but it's like, yeah, but you're his mom. I understand where we're coming from with that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually can see that. Like, okay, you know, especially how white men think. Tell your mom take her tit out your mouth, and let's come on and negotiate this thing. Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna pay him. I think he's gonna end up somewhere else. Yeah, I think he's gonna end up with another team.
Man, can you see him in Miami?
Yeah,
What you say,
I can see him in Miami.
Maybe. I don't think the Ravens believe he's worth $300 million because when you pay your quarterback that much, they can't pay the defense, they can't pay all those other people, and they know Lamar Jackson can't throw. Come on, y'all. They're not going to pay no running back $300 million.
Well, see,
come on, y'all.
I mean, but listen, one thing that Hurts and Lamar do have in common, they exceeded their expectations.
Yeah, but he hadn't gotten any better as a passer. He haven't, man. Just be honest.
But who is he throwing to?
But he got
Who's he throwing to?
He got MVP.
Even if he got better as a passer, who is he gonna throw it to? I don't care if Tom Brady was on that team. He's gonna have his stats gonna be nasty. You're not throwing it to anybody.
Right. How can you assess his throwing ability, Doc, if he ain't got a wide receivers?
They see him in practice all the time. He didn't want to throw up the middle.
But you know, now I don't know if y'all really knew about Rashad Bateman when he was in college. They have drafted a couple of guys in the first round, right? They have tried. So we can't say they haven't tried. Maybe they didn't get the guy that they wanted. I mean, they got Bateman and
who got Bateman on their fantasy this year that he made a difference.
Okay, but
Man,
so
I
like,
never
hold
pick
on.
the Ravens. I
That
never
was
Hold on.
funny.
So
That was funny.
okay, hold up. So
That was funny.
you're not gonna. So
Oh
Billy,
man, he said, "Who got Bateman on the fantasy
so
squad?"
you're not gonna pick Bateman because of Bateman, or you're gonna not pick him because who's throwing it to him?
I'm gonna not
Dude.
pick him because of who he is.
You're
Yeah,
not gonna
I
pick him
mean
because who's throwing it to him.
Duvernay
No,
went
I'm
to
about to who
University
he
of Texas,
is.
and he's
Because
a slot
matter of fact,
receiver.
hey, matter of fact, said last year I won fantasy with Hollywood Brown and Andrews.
But what I'm saying is they have gotten 2 first-round receivers. They might not been the guys they actually wanted, but they have tried to draft receivers in the first round.
It's a bad evaluation of talent then on their part then.
I'm not gonna say that because the Ravens always get good talent. They just choose not to get receivers because they can go get D Hop in a free agency.
All right.
Right.
See, if they do something like that, then I can see it. But they don't even do it in free agency. Like when you can look back at the history of a team and you can say, I think we counted like how many 1,000-yard receivers they've had. Like, yeah. Name anybody who's left since Lamar been there. Anybody who's left since Lamar's been any receiver that's left the Ravens since Lamar's been there and gone somewhere and done anything.
Nobody.
Like Bubba Dove say, they were all trash.
Hot garbage, dog.
I'm talking about scrap heap of garbage. So are you telling me Jalen Hurts on that team would be doing what he's doing now?
No, I'm not. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, have Lamar done anything to get better since he's been in the league?
We don't. I mean,
I don't know.
It's just hard. I would say in the offseason he come back bigger and stronger, but it's hard to say because.
Well, when you ain't got to be big and strong to be a quarterback.
He do.
That's because of his style of play. I mean, we don't know this, but we don't know what he do in the offseason. But have he went through an offseason where he just really worked on his craft for us? I mean, I'm pretty sure he have, but have we seen any difference in his throwing motion, his mechanics? See, mechanics don't have nothing to do with receiver, right? He still kind of pushed the ball. I know this late in the game, you're not going to really change his throwing style, but his mechanics still not good. As a passer, they still the same.
You could
so they don't really
change his throwing style. I mean, it's
kind of hard. It's kind of too hard and late in the game to change his throwing style. Now,
it's been guys that had their shooting style changed.
Well,
nobody changed Jack Sigmund.
Did you pay him? Did you pay Lamar Jackson $300 million?
No.
Oh no, he can't never be the highest.
But
that's what he is, though.
Nah, he'll get at least about 220 probably.
No, man, I give him 5 years. I give him 5 years, 250. But at 175 guaranteed. I'm gonna leave that one extra year to where I can let him go, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, at the end of the day, somebody's gonna give it to him. It's just like in our
sports. He's gonna get it. But see, somebody's gonna give it to him who hadn't had him in the building.
But I'm saying,
right?
though, okay, so say Miami get him, and then you see this different Lamar Jackson with Waddle and Tyreek and those type of receivers, And I don't know who their third receiver is. I think Cedric Wilson is the third receiver. But you got Waddle and you got Tyreek Hill. Are you Baltimore? If he go out there and he lighten it up because he got some talent now, then you kicking yourself in the foot. Because I didn't let him go, or I didn't franchise tag them and then traded him because I don't want to pay him because I'm too cheap to go get him a receiver or two. That's all I'm saying.
That's yeah. I mean that's true.
Because I'm a guaranteed you. I'm a guaranteed you. If he get with Miami,
oh Lord,
you better
Yeah.
You go see
it. What's that tight end name? Billy, you had him on your fantasy team.
Yeah, I did. Gesicki.
You thought he gonna throw to a Gesicki.
It's like Kenny said a couple of shows ago. All he got to do is hit Tyreek on the quick slant, Wild on the quick slant. They do the rest, and they go coach him up, and work to his strengths. And he go blossom. But he got the receivers to get open and make plays.
But see, that's what you said right there. That's what you said right there. It comes a time in the game you can't always have a wide open receiver.
I ain't saying a wide open. I'm saying
talking about you got to be able to put them balls in spots where your receiver can be the only one that can get to them. Can he do that?
But let me ask you.
I've seen him do that on game-winning drives. Like that's not.
Yeah.
He's done that. But everybody knows that a good quarterback.
Other than Tom Brady. Other than Tom Brady winning with mainly no name like receivers like that, ain't nobody else gonna do it, buddy.
Do what?
Win without no receivers, man.
No, I'm not saying winning without a receiver. I'm just saying, you can have some of the best receivers. They're not gonna always be open.
But he don't even have that. You know how we say you don't have a dog in the fight? He don't even have a dog in the fight to be successful because he got the receivers he got, man.
How long Lamar been there?
He been there, 5 years?
Yeah.
Right. He came a year after Mahomes man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He been there 5 years. And I mean his best receiver probably been Hollywood Brown.
And the NFL is a talent-based league. To let talent walk out the building is a foolish decision. You know what I mean? You bring talent to the building. You don't let talent leave.
And then you look at, you usually want your quarterback to get the ball out their hands in, at least 2.2, maybe 2.4 seconds. If I'm able to press, if I'm able to press, and 2 seconds go by, and I've gone through my reads and nobody's open, and I'm a mobile quarterback, the next thing I do is run. If he doesn't have anybody who can at least get to a spot in 2.2 seconds, where he can throw him open.
The only thing that makes me wonder about that whole situation is because he was on this rookie deal, right? Yep. And it's been 3 top 6, 7 receivers that has changed teams due to trades. And they wasn't in on neither one of them.
Agreed.
AJ Brown, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. Why?
Even Antonio Brown and his cousin played with him.
But we can't blame Lamar. You can't say that.
No. I'm not saying I'm not blaming Lamar. I'm just saying I wonder why they haven't been.
Because they cheap.
They just don't want to go to it because they know he can't throw to them.
No, they cheap.
So this is why. Listen.
You talk about the wide receivers don't want to go there.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm saying I don't think they're going to keep him because they've had opportunities to get top receivers, right?
And
through trade.
They don't want to play. They don't want to play the piper.
Or the wide receiver don't want to go there.
But I mean, at the end of the day,
they don't want to because they don't want to be a blocking wide receiver.
Everybody knew Devontae Adams was going to play with Derek Carr. So we can't put him on that list. Yeah, we
Well,
can't
I
put him
mean,
on that list. We do,
well,
and to be honest, Philly gave up the best trade that Tennessee could have gotten from anybody. So of course they're not
no,
going to take anything the Ravens was going to give them.
Okay.
no, I'm not. I'm
Hold
not
on. Hold
saying.
on.
I'm just saying, have they even been in
Oh,
discussion? I know those teams
okay.
gave
Say it.
up a lot.
Say it.
Have they have they even been in discussion?
I give you one.
Not to my knowledge.
I give you a trade. Why wouldn't they? Why they couldn't just? Why they didn't give up a 5th round pick to take on Amari Cooper? And look what he just did.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
Why?
they
I
want to
think
be cheap.
I think all
And we can't
along
hold on. We can't say
they was
Amari
in
Cooper.
they want no. What I'm saying is Baltimore. I'm talking about Baltimore right now. I'm saying I think all along they had no plans to pay him.
But my thing is, regardless of who you pay, you still if you don't pay Lamar, who's your quarterback?
Tyler Smith, Tyler Huntley, or whatever his name is.
So Chris, you still in the same predicament. He go out to have a receiver as well.
Right. But what I'm saying is from the organization's eyes, right? They've had Lamar 5 years. I'm speaking from an organization part now. They've had him 5 years. In their eyes, they might be saying, I don't know if he's going to get any better as a passer. That's what they
How
might
would they
be
know
saying.
that if they never gave him anything?
Because they see him every day. I mean, they see him every day.
Yeah,
They
but
know
who's he throwing to?
They probably think I'm saying they probably think he hit his ceiling in that part of his game already.
Like, even Antonio Brown. Lamar openly said he wanted Antonio Brown there. Antonio Brown was willing to come, and the Ravens didn't do nothing.
So that's what I'm saying.
Like,
They have what's their reason? I'm not gonna
you
say
didn't
it's
even have to
cheap because
give up nothing for Antonio Brown. He was cut.
they pay defensive guys.
What I'm saying, even if you're saying they feel like they're not gonna want Lamar, you still got to have a receiver for your quarterback that comes in and replaces him. If you go to Huntley for a minute, Huntley not gonna perform either. He gonna be in the same predicament as Lamar.
I believe they got them type of quarterbacks behind them because that's the way their team is built, right? That's the way they team. They got running quarterback.
Even if you're not go stick with Lamar, you could have had a Amari Cooper. They only gave up a 5th round. Cleveland did, and look what he did this season.
I'm just saying from an organization point of view.
Got
that money that on the book that Amari Cooper get, will he be utilized based on his talent?
Yeah, I think Lamar would have been a lot better with a Cooper.
That's all I'm saying. That's why I just think they don't have no plans of keeping him from the jump. That's what I think. Because they've had 5 opportunities to get top 7 receivers in a game, and they didn't even make it.
That would be the dumbest way of thinking. Now, if the Ravens think like that, and that means they're one of the dumbest NFL teams, because without him, you go nowhere.
Exactly.
But then you got to.
That's how dumb that thinking is.
That is, but think about it this way too, Kendall. It's also dumb not to put talent around him, knowing you got to pay him, not knowing what you got, right? So it's something there.
But what you do know you have is somebody who, when he's on the field, we win more than we lose. We make the playoffs all the way up until he got hurt. Each year they were the number 1 seed in their division. He gets hurt, losses start happening. So you're willing to get.
And what did we say if Lamar would have played against Cincinnati? They would have won the game.
They would have won the game.
don't know.
They would have
Man.
won that game. That's
They would
like
have
so
won
now
that. They
you're
would have
gonna
beat Cincinnati.
they're gonna let him go and then try to figure out, oh, now let's start all over again. That's got to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard if that's how they're thinking.
I say, I think the other way. I think the other way is dumb too. Not getting him somebody to allow him to develop as a passer. So
I agree
I'm
with
gonna
that.
pay him $200-300 million, right?
Yeah,
So
I agree
now
with
they
that.
like, I'm not gonna pay him this type of money, not knowing what I really got.
How many
So
Okay.
quarterbacks?
All right.
I mean,
So
so that's why I
it may
don't
be
think he's
another
gonna beat him.
topic. It
So-
may be another topic. How many quarterbacks in the NFL are really worth the 200-250 million?
None of them really, except for Mahomes.
Not yeah, Mahomes.
But yeah, this
maybe
hold
how the
on.
market said.
So Lamar, he had to come into the league 2018.
Yeah, we gave them Lamar because we traded them that pick,
So
and
that
they
year
drafted Lamar.
they won the North, went 10-6, lost to the Chargers in the wild card 23-17. 2019 they were first in their division, 14-2. Lost in the division to the Titans 28-12. Then the next season they were second, they was 11-5. And they lost in the division. Next season they were second, they were 10-7. Wild card. Oh, this season they were 10-7 and lost. So I mean, the only time he made the playoffs was 2021. 2021, yeah. They were 8-9. I'm saying so he's been there, man. He just he didn't have enough.
Remember his rookie season, he didn't start late because Joe Flacco started the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started like week 13. And then in that first home playoff game, he was so horrible, and the fans would churn, to put Flacco in. Then the fourth quarter, he balled out, and then come back the following year win NFL MVP.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The next year,
19.
They lost to the division around. I think he probably just didn't have enough weapons against the Titans.
No,
Right, so
the Titans ran it for damn near 300 yards on their butt.
Right. And then
that wasn't Lamar.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So, when he did get the ball, if he got enough weapons to throw it to, they put up more than 12 points.
He didn't have a good game that game, Michael.
Huh?
No, not against San Diego. He didn't. He had a good game against the Titans. Where the numbers, he had some good numbers against the Titans.
Because what happened at the end again, just like the previous year,
right? He started putting up numbers toward the end. Yeah. So I'm just wondering, when you get him coming off his MVP season, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would think the mindset would be get him a receiver.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what you would think it would be, because now you got to figure out. It's just, hey, I'm gonna use your boy, Jeff. They got Dak Cooper, right?
Right. Balled out.
Because I'm thinking they figured, hey, we got some, for us passing wise with that.
Well, but now before they released Dez, and they said, we'll go receive by committee with Allen.
But they saw it didn't work.
Yeah, Allen Hurns and all them, that wasn't gonna work. So you had to go out and get somebody.
Right. So that is the only question, because that I have. Why did they haven't got him somebody?
Well, only way we'll know is there somebody that worked in the organization, is an insider, can tell you why, because it's something. Either they not trying, they don't want to pay the premium for a receiver, or are they thinking that because if they paid him,
but it was the best time to do it when he was on his rookie deal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. Hold on. That's what I'm saying. So if they pay him and keep him, right? Say they pay him and keep him. did they think that he was just that good enough to elevate the other players on the team? You see what I'm saying? Do they think he's that good enough? That's just my thought. I'm spitballing.
I don't know if they thought he was that good enough a passer to elevate.
But I'm saying,
the
as far as
receiver.
his running
But
ability,
for his running ability,
he's
yes.
a threat to run that you have to respect that. So I should have good enough receivers to get open one-on-one because you're not double teaming none of the receivers they got. So do they think, okay, well,
I think it's just a lot of factors in that.
They're not gonna double team our receivers because then that leaves Lamar open to run. Are they thinking he that good to elevate these receivers? We don't know.
But see, it's like other factors to that too.
Right.
Do he lead a pocket too early? You know, that type of stuff.
I'm gonna tell you something else. We're gonna find out, right? You know, everything. Oh, for you say, man, whatever you do in the dark, bound come to the light. If they go get a quarterback
and get him a receiver
in a draft, they ain't paying Lamar Jackson.
But have y'all been seeing the
in
mock
the first
draft?
round? I've seen it. I've seen some mock drafts that they getting a quarterback in the first round
from Florida, but it's the same type of guy.
Anthony Richardson, right?
Same type of guy.
Well, hey, look, hey, we got a lot. We got a lot to talk about these mock drafts. They go fluctuate. So as that time comes, it's a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm gonna enjoy this ice day tomorrow because we out again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Say, are you going to the school?
I'm probably go tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, we out too.
You gotta be careful, man. How far away you from school?
Not too far, about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He can get one. He can get one of his Eagles to fly and put him on and grab his shoulders and fly on there. Since he flying high right now.
Hey man, I can't wait
to
to
be a great Super
14.
Bowl, man.
Hey, guess what? You know what? That's gonna be. I'm not gonna even be on next time when we after the Super Bowl. Because it's gonna be. I'm not gonna be on because it's my anniversary. I doubt if I'll be on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So but I might make a special appearance. When we win this,
oh, you know what? Oh, by the way, fellas, that's Valentine's Day.
So we probably won't come on that day. Valentine.
Do it Monday.
It'd
be fresh off the wing.
Monday. That's fine. Do it Monday.
Yeah.
We'll give it everybody. We'll do Monday that week.
Okay.
Fresh off the wing.
Since Kendall gonna take a step off for Valentine's Day.
Oh, you hear that, Jeff?
Yeah.
We're gonna be fresh out that win, baby, on Monday morning.
Well, hey, it's gonna be overreaction Monday. Eagles got shot down by that chief.
Oh Lord,
it's gonna be nice, man.
Yeah,
now I just think that Patrick Mahomes this year, I just think that, man, they just been on a different type of mission, man. They lost 3 games by a total of 10 points.
Yeah.
They number one in scoring. Number one in scoring, bro. This dude threw it for 5,000 on 41 touchdown, bro. I mean, I'm a Steelers fan. I'm like, man, and then how he does it, he got the 5 of us out there, dog.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go and break this tech record, man.
5,000 yards and 40 touchdowns.
Hey, Kendall.
Yeah.
And Kendall said, hey, we 7 sacks away. Cause you know they count playoffs and all that now, right? For a stat.
Okay.
So we 7 sacks away from breaking a record. We breaking it in the Super Bowl.
Dang. Okay. Ooh wee.
Hey, you know what you sound like? You sound like when they say with a lot on.
Hey, Kendall.
So what? Y'all. So hey, hold on.
The last sack gonna be a strip sack to win the game.
So So if one of the favorite lines from one of my movies, I like. So we got Papa Docs and you got B Rabbit. 8 Mile. So who are y'all? Y'all Papa Docs or B Rabbit?
I ain't never seen it, so I ain't never seen the movie.
You got to go watch 8
Well,
Mile.
you seen 8 Mile with Shady?
No, I seen clips. I haven't seen the whole movie. I just seen clips.
So Slim Shady.
1 Pac, 2 Pac, 3 Pac, 4.
So
you Pac none.
He won the rap battle at the end though.
Oh yeah, I know Eminem won it at the end.
Oh, yeah. It ain't no such thing as a halfway crook.
So we gonna see.
We're gonna break your heart that day, Jeff.
So said you being an Eagle fan, you must be having a good shebang over at your house, huh?
Nah, man. Look, when I watch Eagles games, I watch it by myself. Unless my son is here. Unless I'm watching with my son. Okay.
Well, get hey, like I said.
See, I'm a little different than you, Jeff. You see, everybody who come here got to cheer for the Eagles. Ain't no choice. No choice.
Well, we have one. Hey, I'm gonna send the link. I'm going live. Super Bowl. Time we're gonna go live Super Bowl, and hey, whoever here, they get on the screen right here. And whatever, get on the phone.
But I might make that special just so I can rub it in on you a little bit.
So we'll go live at the pregame, and then we'll go live at halftime and talk about adjustments, and then we'll come back on afterwards.
I just know this: if y'all break that record, I got an Eagle jersey here, and I'll wear it. I'll wear it for two. I'll wear it for 2 days. 7 sacks against Mahomes. Ooh, wee, boy.
That'd be something, wouldn't it?
Man, that would be amazing, bro.
Well,
if they do something like that, you got to start talking about them up there with some of the greatest defenses ever. Because
yeah. I mean, Mahomes so good, man. I don't think they'll get no 7 seconds. I'm just talking. That dude's so good, man. But I do believe they'll beat him. But Mahomes, that dude good though, man. He best quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
But he gonna win that day. You can always be the best, but he won't be the best that day.
Yeah.
Not that day.
Well,
not that day.
Well,
that doggone Kansas City defense, man. Sneed went out, Gay went out. You know what I'm saying? And they held Cincinnati to 20 points, and they by far got the best triple threat at the wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. Guess what they don't have?
Yeah, that's facts.
Guess what they don't have?
A running game. Well, they got a running game.
No, Billy, what I've been sending you all week.
They don't have
$5 up in the front. They don't have $5 up in the front. No, they don't have him. They don't have a center running 80 yards down the field like he running a 100-yard dash. You don't have that leading the way.
And you know what I found out today? Lane Johnson used to be a cornerback.
Yeah, he a quarterback. Yeah, he did.
He used to be a cornerback.
Hey, Kelsey, the center for us, he used to be a running back.
Right.
Yeah.
But Lane Johnson, so those are Hall of Famers on 2 of them.
Yeah.
So that's a difference. I mean, a lot of teams don't have 5 of them. They don't have that, Jeff.
That's all right.
That's what they tell you. Game 1 in the trenches, man.
Yeah, Frank Clark, Chris Jones.
Yeah, I mean, good luck.
They coming.
Good luck.
You sound like they have a special set of skills.
Hey, Billy, you see what Lane Johnson done the last two playoffs?
Huh?
You see what he did to Bosa?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, he drove him all the way to the numbers, Doc, and laid on him.
no pressures, no hits, no sacks.
Yeah, because he couldn't go on Lane Johnson's side.
Then he went over to the other side and got the business on the other side.
Right.
So you don't have nowhere to go, man. I don't know. It'll be good, man.
Hey.
You know what, man? If Spagnuolo is smart, right? He'll put somebody over Chelsea to where Chelsea just cannot run free. Spagnuolo should put somebody in front of Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
All night long, dog.
Hey,
all night long.
Giants tried to put.
Yeah,
they
all
tried
night
to put
long.
Lawrence.
Put somebody in front of Chelsea.
They tried. Giants did. They tried to put Lawrence over him. It didn't work. They tried to put Dexter Lawrence on.
At least that helps. That helps out in the run, on the run defense. It does.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Because if you don't put nobody over Chelsea, shoot, man, he get to that second level. He can pull all that.
But you know, our guards are pulling too. You know,
yeah.
You have. Hey.
I got to utilize this Hall of Fame as much as I can, though, dog.
I'm gonna send you a clip tonight. I'm gonna send you 2 clips. I'm gonna send it through this thread right here with us, where our left tackle pulled all the way to the right, and where the right tackle pulled all the way to the left.
Good.
And run outside. And I'm gonna show it to you.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Now that's athletic right there.
That's athletic. That's stupid.
So you know. I know we don't, Jeff. I know you don't want to hear that because Terrence Smith, he can't go past he can't get to the other guard. Okay,
say, man, you don't sleep on Terrence Smith. Terrence Smith is good. He just had some injuries these last couple of years.
Oh, he's a Hall of Famer too.
Yeah.
No, he a Hall of Fame. He good.
Hey, that line was a beast when we had Travis Frederick. He had to retire early with that condition.
Yeah, they're good. They always had a good line.
Yeah, we get back to that dominant offensive line again.
Come on, stop, man. Stop, bro. Stop.
Time out with Jeff. Time out, Jeff.
I've already seen this.
Hey, Billy. Now you know Dallas is known for having a dominant offensive line. Just the history of the Cowboys. Come on, Dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, we'll get back to having one of those offensive line again. I mean, you just got the draft. You
only had three quarterbacks in your history, dog, worth mentioning. Don Meredith, Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman. Everybody else, you cannot make them into greatness. Can't do it.
And y'all had what? Terry Bradshaw and Roethlisberger, right?
Big Ben.
So we had 3, y'all had 2. Come on now.
Yeah.
See, you threw that out there like you about to say y'all had 5 good quarterbacks in the history still.
No. But see, our quarterback lasts a while and we get rings. And y'all got rings with only 2 of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So do we.
3 and 2.
So them quarterbacks are few and between, bro. They don't come off.
Yeah, man.
That's not low-hanging fruit, dog. Them QBs. That's why they pay them $50 million. That's why they give most of the credit, most of the blame.
Cordell Stewart don't count.
No.
I said Cordell Stewart don't count.
No. Just like Quincy Carter does it. Just like he's next out too, right? Just like Quincy Carter's next.
You about to make me fall out my Cowboy stool over here to my quarter.
Hey man, at least we made it to the Super Bowl with Neil O'Donnell. Y'all couldn't even make it to the Super. Super Bowl with Danny White.
Hey, Billy, man. Did Cordell Stewart that got to the division round, right? Did he get to the championship?
Oh no,
he got to the championship, and then the following year He played bad and he started crying and all that type stuff.
Yeah, I thought he made it to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, championship game.
San Diego, right?
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah.
They say Corey has to do
it. He went to Colorado now.
I know, yeah. Hey. Oh.
How about your what's his name? Not Bloomingdale's. What's his name?
Gary Huggaboom.
Huggaboom.
Who's that?
Gary Oh man, that's a man right there, right?
Oh man. Golly.
Boy, hey, that was the famous quarterback controversy, wasn't it? And Danny White.
Ooh, man.
Oh man, y'all funny, man.
Yeah.
Gary Huggaboom. Boy, that's everybody love the back up. Everybody love the back up.
Now they got the Cooper Rush, huh?
Yeah.
Bloomingdale's 2.0.
Yeah, if he don't, somebody don't money whip him and give him some money to come play.
No, somebody gonna pay him.
Hey man,
he'll be.
If Mike McCarthy went real quick, man, I gotta run. I just 11:20. Mike McCarthy calling plays, and Dak looks bad. It's gonna be on Dak's head, not Mike McCarthy, because everybody's already salty about how Dak played.
Cowboys, they're gonna have to start thinking about drafting a quarterback anyway.
But knowing Jerry, if he looking bad and they losing, then Jerry he already made an in-season coaching change with Wade Phillips and Jason Garrett. Before he lose Dan Quinn, he'll make a coaching change in season. That's just Jerry.
He'll fire Mike.
That's just Jerry. Because then
who gonna call the plays?
It depends on who the OC is. Like pay attention. I know we are about to go, but pay attention to the ties of the OC. If he have any connection to Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy,
I've been hearing Kingsbury.
Kingsbury got he got to come back. He had got a one-way ticket to Thailand.
Yeah, he left. Yeah. They said he tied to McCarthy.
He got that badass girlfriend, dog. Cliff Kingsbury does.
Do it. Yeah, they say he tied to McCarthy some kind of way. They know each other.
Hey,
so
we'll see. We'll see. We got a lot of coaches to hire, but I'm gonna get up in the morning and I'm gonna watch First Take. I'm gonna watch everything I can and enjoy this day out before the ice melt before we go back into the buildings. And I know Said about to be sending some different little jokes.
Now, I just did all that before podcast. I'm not gonna sit. All that's been for you too. Nobody else.
hey, that's fine. I can take it because Kendall to tell you he been on me long enough. Because when I gloat, when my time come to gloat,
well, you won't be gloating. You ain't gonna gloat. Not long as that number 4 there. You're not gonna,
man, hey man, I'm still calling you AKA Sleeping Handsome, dog. Opposite Sleeping Beauty, dog. It's gonna be. Hey man, get your Snickers, doc. It's gonna be a while.
Hey Jeff, I'm gonna say this before we go. You're a Cowboy fan, but you're not like our other homeboy who a Cowboy fan. I'm gonna give you that. We talk about Bobby Billy.
Oh Lord, hell. Hey man, we need to put out an Amber alert for him, dog.
Man, we ain't heard from him in 2 weeks, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, we got this other thread, right? We got another thread where we be texting same way we do. Man, we ain't heard from this guy in 2 weeks. He will be the first one to call when they win. Man, it's been
talking
2
about
weeks.
Dak, talking about how y'all are the best. I'm talking cash money, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. This dude on the milk cart, dog. We gotta put out a effort.
We gotta find him, man.
Look, my homeboy at 49 fan, he on Facebook, so he might hear it. He'll talk about it looking pretty good, and then when we ain't said nothing in the text, then we see him out in public because you can't run from him. He'll say, "Oh, 23-17 and 19-12." Man, I ain't trying to hear that, man. Y'all lost.
Oh, man.
I ain't trying to hear that.
Nah, dog, they got mollywop.
Yeah, I don't be trying to hear
mollywop.
I don't want to hear the scope from the Cowboy game last 2 years. Hey, y'all lost. Yeah, but
that what makes the NFL the best sport, man. Because you're gonna always from January to January, you got something to talk about,
man.
With the NFL, that's why it's the best sport.
Yeah.
Now we finna go rated, and really, to be honest, man, I like the offseason almost more than I like the season itself.
Right, because now looking at the East-West game,
you watch that? Yeah, the practices. I watched the practice today.
All that stuff, right? And then coming up, then you got the draft coming up, and where them boys coming from,
right?
Because that stuff really matters too, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the Power 5. And then you got, all the side drama, right? Or the quarterbacks going to the mini OTAs.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you get the free agency.
And then you get the free agency. And then you get to post June 1 cut.
Yep.
Now you're looking at cap stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right.
How we moving money around. And then you get to it comes to July, Doc. And it's time for, training camp.
For mini camp, training camp.
Camp, then training camp around late July.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Last week of July.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be. Well, we got a lot to talk about. This just the beginning. This is episode 11, and we rolling
already. All right, fellas. Y'all have a good one, man.
All right, man.
All right, y'all too, man.
You guys, man. All right.
All right, been great,
All
man.
right, Jeff.
All right.
All right, Jeff.